poison, I'm immune to it.
Give it to me quick, no, I won't get sick. Give me all your poison, I'm immune to it. I am incredible.
Incredible.
Move my next schedule to tomorrow noon and send it to Jin.
Incredible.
I've never done a period drama before. Oh, this is so exciting. Right, lunch. We never know where we're going until last minute. Typical. Carbonara, patio, Bruno. Find Italian restaurants, pet-friendly, with outdoor seating nearby, and text them to Anne. Whoa. Send it. I thought I was gonna spend my entire morning searching, but this is legit.
How did you find this place? It's perfect.
Easy peasy. Tomorrow? But a day's notice for an audition tape is... Find me a venue in a historic building with a vintage interior and a terrace. Oh, guys, fun fact. Okay, did you know that back in the day, the upper-class women, they used to wear these big, extravagant hairstyles that were often decorated with flowers and even tiny ships?
No way.
Isn't that crazy?
Where'd you learn that from?
I'm just smart. Welcome to the 21st century. Guess what I'm doing? Does it look okay?
Perfect. Okay, ready and action.
It shall be done in the morning, before the stars disappear from the sky. My friends, I shall return to thee.
Not as bright as you.
My day was really fun. I got to shoot a really cool video with my friends and got to wear this really beautiful dress. What's next? I'm all ready for it. That's a wrap, guys!
Move my next schedule to tomorrow noon and send it to Jin.
Yes! I've never done a period drama before. Oh, this is so exciting. Right, lunch. We never know where we're going until last minute. Typical. Carbonara, patio, Bruno. Find Italian restaurants, pet-friendly, with outdoor seating nearby, and text them to Anne. Whoa. Send it. I thought I was gonna spend my entire morning searching, but this is legit.
How did you find this place? It's perfect.
Easy peasy. Tomorrow? But a day's notice for an audition tape is. Find me a venue in a historic building with a vintage interior and a terrace. Oh, guys, fun fact. Okay, did you know that back in the day, the upper-class women, they used to wear these big, extravagant hairstyles that were often decorated with flowers and even tiny ships?
No way.
Isn't that crazy?
Where'd you learn that from?
I'm just smart. Welcome to the 21st century. Guess what I'm doing? Does it look okay?
Perfect. Okay, ready and action.
It shall be done in the morning, before the stars disappear from the sky. My friends, I shall return to thee.
Look at the stars! That looks great! So bright.
Not as bright as you.
My day was really fun. I got to shoot a really cool video with my friends and got to wear this really beautiful dress. What's next? I'm all ready for it. That's a wrap, guys!
Championship clash is back. Tribe versus Luminosity. Only one will be the true legend of Call of Duty Mobile. Who will it be? The Greatest Rivalry. Play Galaxy Cup.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Samsung Play Galaxy Cup, the greatest rivalry with Call of Duty Mobile, and we are so incredibly glad to have you all here with us at the Hibernia here in San Francisco, California. I am your host Lottie, and joining me for this legendary showdown is mobile game expert extraordinaire, and our official streaming partner for this competition is Ferg. Ferg, you ready for this? Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, everyone. I am so ready and so excited to be here with you all and everyone watching at home live on stream.
Thank you so much again, Ferg, for being here and, of course, hosting this event. And if you are just joining us, Ferg is one of the biggest names in mobile content creation, specializing in today's game, of course, Call of Duty Mobile. And I'm thrilled to get the chance to experience some next-level gameplay alongside an absolute legend like yourself.
Me too, and don't forget to share your winner predictions right now in the chat and throughout the entire stream after every round, and we can account for all of them and see who you guys think is going to win this whole event.
That's very right indeed. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, be sure to download Call of Duty Mobile onto your own device by scanning the QR code on your screen right now. Thanks so much to our official partners at Activision.
Today's matches will be quite unique. We've got two giants in the esports world facing off. On one hand, you have a team very close to my heart, of course, being Team Tribe, led by members of Tribe Gaming, an esports organization that has been hyper-focused on mobile gaming greatness. In fact, they do pretty well. They were the 2022 Call of Duty Mobile World Champions, Lottie.
I gotta say, very well indeed, Ferg, but on the opposing side is Team Luminosity, with members of Luminosity Gaming, a professional organization that's been competing in various esports tournaments for a decade. Another one of North America's strongest esport orgs around. And today, folks, we're about to see Team Luminosity and Team Tribe face off on the COD Mobile battlefield using the brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And this device was only just revealed 3 days ago, and this is the first ever gaming tournament taking place on these brand new phones. So, these two behemoths of the gaming world will be going head to head to decide, once and for all, which team is the greatest of all time. And now, let's meet our teams.
First up is Team Luminosity.
All right, so we got Duncan coming to the stage. Duncan's actually been a content creator for more than half of his life, 13 years. He's only 25.
Damn. Next up, following Duncan, we have Natalka. She actually attended 4 different Blackpink concerts in one singular tour.
I love Blackpink. We'll have to talk. Teep is coming up next, and you may know Teep. He is an absolute legend of Call of Duty, the 2014 world champion, and a COD pro for 7 years.
After that legend of mainline Call of Duty, we're following up with a legend of Call of Duty Mobile. It is Cartels. He said to us, I'm a competitive person. I always strive to be the best, and I love the feeling of simply learning.
Well, love the feeling of winning is Raf. He's the captain of this team, our COD Mobile's first professional game for him, and of course the #1 player in his region, and a household name in the professional COD Mobile scene. Let's hear it for Team Luminosity. All right, folks, so next up, on the other side of this heated rivalry, is Team Tribe.
Yeah, and funnily enough, we have one of the biggest Brazilian creators in the entire planet. It's Play Hard. He founded the Brazilian esports organization known as Loud.
Next up, we have Vinku. He loves to play mobile games at home on his couch. Let's be honest, people. Where better to do it? Here he comes. He's coming. He was on his couch. Hold on. Yeah, we had to get him off.
He was still playing the games on his brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, but following him, we have Bobby Plays. Believe it or not, he hits quite a few snipes, and his real name is surprisingly Drake.
Drake? Wow, I didn't know that. Next up, though, we do have Vague. And Vague can apparently say the entire alphabet in under 3 seconds, which will come super handy for comms.
I'm going to call cap on that, but speaking of cap, we have Aerith, the Tribe Gaming Team Tribe captain. She says, well, people tell me that her driving is just as bad in real life as it is in the game itself.
And she has 3 very large cats as well, which I'm a big fan of personally. But
so with that being said, please welcome Team Tribe.
All right, I need you guys to get loud now because we have both our teams on the stage. So let's give it up one more time for these fabulous players we have here today. All right, guys, it's time to head to your seats, so please go to your stations, get settled down, get warmed up because the game is mere moments away. Now, Ferg, These teams here playing on the brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, of course. Fantastic stuff, and I can't wait to see this in motion. But I also want to say thank you so much to you for hosting us on your channel. We are so excited to witness this rivalry come to head with you and your community.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And when Samsung approached me with the opportunity, I jumped at it. And I am so excited and cannot wait to see which team hoists that trophy.
Neither can I. And that trophy, it's worth fighting for, I'll tell you something. We have a number of prizes to give away today to our audience and our players as well. And of course, bragging rights, they're always cool too. But Ferg, you're actually going to be casting for us today as well, a man of many talents. So off you go to the casting booth. We'll check in with you a little bit later on as we get ready for our first round. Bye, Ferg. We'll see you later. Now, don't forget, as Ferg mentioned, you can actually share your winner predictions in chat and submit questions for our teams and players here today. We'll be following along and pulling your thoughts, questions, and reactions throughout the tournament. And if you haven't already, be sure to scan the QR code on your screen to download Call of Duty Mobile onto your very own device. Now that we've met our players, it's time to meet the rest of my team. That will be breaking down all of the action and casting all of the gameplay. Ferg is standing by right now with our COD Mobile caster duo, Infinity and Ton.
Thank you so much, Solidi. It's awesome to be here at the Play Galaxy Cup. I'm Infinity, and joining me is none other, as usual, than Chris Ton.
Yeah, you just can't
so
get
excited,
rid of me.
mate. I'm
you
so
can't
excited.
get rid of me. Yeah, Brody, I'm really, really excited to be here. And really excited to be alongside yourself, Ferg. It's an absolute pleasure to watch some COD Mobile action alongside yourself.
I mean, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm super excited for this opportunity, and I'm sure we're going to have a fun old time.
Yeah, we absolutely are. Well, we have a lot to get into today, so let's waste no more time and talk a little bit more about these teams. We heard some big player names during those walkouts. Let's take a look at how these teams actually stack up against one another.
Let's have a look at Team Luminosity first, of course, captained by the enigmatic Raph, of course. But Ferg, as far as the rest of the team go, who really stands out to you from this group?
I would say there's two that stand out in terms of skill. Of course, we have Teep, the well, yes, 2014 world champion. He's been at the top of the game of Call of Duty now for over a decade. And then my second choice to keep an eye on would be Cartels. He's one of the biggest menaces inside of North American esports for Call of Duty Mobile.
Well, that he is, but he's got formidable competition on the other side because they are going head-to-head with Team Tribe with Arif as their captain. I look at so many names on this roster here, Ferg, and I think they are absolute trouble for Luminosity.
I am going to be biased here and say that, you know, Team Tribe are my favorites to win it all, but I think we should be looking in at Bobby because he surely will hit some snipes, Ton.
Yeah, let's see how he does. I mean, Bobby is somebody we've got our eye on. He's a good friend of everybody here, so we're going to be giving him some stick as well. But realistically, who we think is going to win today, Ferg?
I'm going to say again, Team Tribe, Brody, Team Tribe. Yeah. I'm hoping you back me up on this. I don't think Ton will, though.
Yeah, I think Ton is the kind of person, generally speaking, to firmly sit his bum on the fence. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say I'm looking at the rosters, I'm looking at what we know from casting Call of Duty Mobile over the last years, and I think Team Tribe probably have this in the bag, Chris.
Well, let's see. I mean, realistically speaking, though, they're both playing on the brand new Samsung S25 Ultra. I mean, we are so excited to see how this thing works out for all these players. So many of the new features we're going to be talking about as we're going through, but what a phone it is. But super excited to see how things are going to go, Brody.
Indeed. Well, we have to talk about our format before we get into the competition itself, so let's chat about it. So, we have two teams competing in 3 rounds of play leading up to that all-important grand final. You can see those rounds on your screens right now. We're kicking things off with Team Deathmatch going to Hardpoint and Chaos Control. For our regular rounds, we will have Search and Destroy for the grand final. The team that secures the most wins in the first 3 rounds will go into that best-of-5 grand final with a 1-game advantage, putting their team one step ahead on the path to taking down the competition once and for all.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see which team can dominate across all these different modes. And it's a different range of skills for each one of them. Really going to have to push themselves and this device to outperform their opponents. Opponents who are also using the same state-of-the-art phone, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And yeah, I mean, look, Tribe, Luminosity, these guys have found the perfect neutral ground to settle this rivalry, squash this beef, and crown a real champion here once and for all.
Absolutely. We have a ton of fun games coming, and I really hope Tribe do pull it out.
There's just full bias here for Tribe.
I mean, not watching it either on Samsung's channel or on my own personal channel. I'm allowed to have some bias here, and I mean, Ton can be on the other side of the spectrum.
I'm being thrown in the bus here in terms of what we're saying. I did have Luminosity in rehearsals, but that was just all fun and games. But this is how things are going to be breaking down, Brody, when it goes to the team deathmatch and the maps that we're going to be playing. Some absolute classics there.
Yeah, they absolutely are. This is the beauty of this event, and I think just Call of Duty Mobile in general, right, is that you do get a wonderful selection of maps that you wouldn't usually see. So a quick kind of explainer here as far as team deathmatch is concerned. Real basic here, the team with the most eliminations at the end of the game will walk away as victors. There is a cap, I believe, on eliminations for this one, and for this tournament, we are setting that, I think, at 50. So it's a little less than usual. I think, if anything, though, it kind of sets the pace and the tension a lot higher than usual as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And to be honest, I don't see much team deathmatch in Call of Duty Mobile Esports, so it gives us a nice little bit of refreshment when it comes to this kind of game.
I mean, we get to watch Rust as well. I mean, how exciting is this? The players are ready. They're ready to drop in. And here we go. Round number 1. This is Team Deathmatch. We are on Rust, Brody.
Yeah, really excited for this one. And I'm excited to see how Rust plays here again in a quasi-competitive setting. What kind of strategies do these players do? Do they take this in a kind of up-top setting? Do they try and hide? I think we have the answer pretty early on here from Cartels.
Absolutely. Cartel's going up top there with the Odin, a long-range assault rifle. Going to be an easy pick and job for him throughout this entire map. He can cover everywhere.
And you know, that's an interesting thing is, I think, looking at these players, right, how much is there going to be influence from the pro players on these teams to talk about, right, here's what weapons you guys to be using in this setting. Are you going to be seeing the Odins? Are you going to be seeing the USS-9? A lot of questions for me. I think so far, it feels like the pro players have had words with their teammates.
Yeah, you can see it from the get-go, but the pro players really having their way. It's been a good start there for the side of Tribe, leading by 2 kills so far. Yeah, we're definitely not going to need the time for this one by the looks of things. We knew Rust would be fast and furious, and there we go. Some more kills coming in. Vague will find a couple. And it's looking good for Tribe so far. Slender lead, but a lead at that.
Speaking of the pro players, I actually seen Raph and Cartels from Luminosity playing last night in the hotel lobby for this event. They have been grinding the entire weekend, and when they got their hands on that S25 Ultra, they were grinding even harder.
Yeah, I can imagine that because, of course, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is engineered to deliver hyper-realistic, ultra-smooth gameplay powered by Vulkan and game engine optimizations.
And who's better to watch when smooth gameplay is mentioned than Cartels? Already 6 kills to his name. And that lead is growing now for the side of Tribe, though. Needs to step it up for his team here if they want to try and get back into this one. Is it a case of maybe slowing things down? Because right now, it's about a 15-point difference.
I think it's just so difficult to stop some of these players when they get into the zone. You look at the likes of Aerith and Vague right now, the pro players for Team Tribe, 10 kills and 9 kills now, respectively. Of course, those operators are going to come sooner rather than later as well. And those guys with the operators and Hansberg, that's going to be a problem.
It absolutely is going to be a problem, but you only mentioned
here we go.
2 pros there, Brody. You've completely forgot about Bobby Plays.
Well, Bobby Plays, I'm worried about him. When Vague has the equalizers, he is iconic with the weaponry, and the equalizers is well renowned for being one of the most powerful weapons in the game.
I mean, there are 4 kills away already. We've been in this game 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and this one might be over.
Wow.
My word. Team Tribe come out the gate swinging. There's a massive win for Tribe. They take this one away.
That was over before I had a chance to even think about what was happening, Brody.
Yeah, that's team deathmatch for you. It's very hard to gauge, I think, sometimes, you know, with the objectives, you know how Hardpoint, you know how Search and Destroy, you know how Control will play in a competitive setting. You kind of throw a curveball, if you will, in team deathmatch, and things play wildly different. But what never changes is the propensity for getting frags from these top-level players, the pro players on Team Tribe. And yeah, all right, Bobby did his part too. All of them were playing out of their minds. You know, we have to give him some kind of stick here. Come on.
Yeah, he performed well, and I will say, Rust being the map of choice right there definitely switches things up to what we're used to.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I mean, look, everybody at home who's played Call of Duty before will have played Rust at some stage. It's a nice, easy one to understand, but I think it's one of those that you do really expect those SMG players to do well with, but I mean, you've seen Vague there to the end with the equalizer in hand. What better place to be with it than on Rust? 16 and 4 from Vague. That is a big, big scoreline. Big struggle on the other side of things. It's only 1 kill on the board for Call of Duty World Champion 24 team there. We need to see a little bit more.
Yeah, you know, it's an interesting talking point, right? Because we did see those equalizers from Vague, and it was something I've been wondering about coming into this tournament, because it is worth saying that across the board here, folks, the games are going to be slightly shorter than you would usually expect with Call of Duty Mobile Esports, Hardpoint, Control, and Search and Destroy. All of them will be played to a shorter extent, and that lessens the likelihood that you're going to see the operators in play. So what we really need to see is these players get really high amounts of eliminations in these games to actually earn the operators. And to be fair, I mean, are we really expecting anybody besides the pro players to do that is the question. Because, I mean, what, Vague managed to do it in that game, but like,
I would say outside of the CDM, we will see those players get those opportunities just with the games being long. I mean, that was over in not even 3 minutes. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not much of an opportunity to get those. We may well see those operators, powerful utilization that could come through for some of these players later on in the day when we do get over towards Hardpoint. We've got Chaos Control coming through. Search and Destroy, we might see a little bit of it as well, Brady.
Yeah, well, Search and Destroy, because usually we don't get operators in Search and Destroy, right? So that's something that isn't in Search and Destroy, or we don't get a kill streak, excuse me. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of what things look like, and that is something I'm really looking forward to in this tournament. It is kind of something different to a certain extent, where you do have content creators that wouldn't normally play Call of Duty Mobile alongside some of the best players in the entire game. It's an interesting dynamic and an interesting mix, and I'm excited to see how that evolves throughout the day. But Team Tribe, they do manage to strike first here. They take away Rust Team Deathmatch, and now they go 1-0 up. I think it is fair to say getting an early advantage in this tournament is crucial.
Let's see how things are going to go, though. It's a long, old day, Brody. We do now have Highrise TDM coming up. And now it's about a bounce back potentially for Luminosity. Can they find something here? Slower pace map. Very, very different readout to what we had on Rust. Highrise is going to be it. But again, I mean, how beautiful does this look on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra? So smooth. And we're going to see that throughout the rest of the day. We got clean feeds coming through here, Brody. Into game number 2 we go.
Looking phenomenal. We see Vague here running right underneath the helipad. This is definitely a power position to hold, as the spawns are not set in Team Deathmatch like they are in other game modes. Brody, I'm feeling this one, unfortunately, might go in the way of Luminosity. What do you think?
Wow, early call for Luminosity here. You were fully behind iFerg, and now you're changing teams.
Oh, I still want Tribe to win. Brody, don't put me under the bus here, buddy. I still want Tribe to win. I'm just saying they have some very good players that are good longer ranges. However, yeah, I would say Tribe have Bobby Buckets on the snipes.
Yeah, I mean, already at the start of this game, it looks like Tribe are already taking a handy advantage. 8-3 right now in the scorelines, and it is the usual suspects coming out to play already. Vague starting things off with 3 frags to his name. But Cartels will find a double, and that'll make things somewhat more palatable here for Luminosity.
And I think it is important to note that it is a completely different map. I know we talked about at the top of this, and thought to ourselves, okay, maybe do things slow down a little bit, and that might allow Luminosity to get back into this. We are a minute through, and they only find themselves 3 or 4 down. Ever since I said that, though, the kill feed has looked all over towards the side of Tribe.
Absolutely. Rust was a little bit more run and gun, all guns blazing, going around the map, super fast-paced, whereas Highrise is much more methodical, Brody.
It is, right? I mean, it's much more open space, and you already mentioned the fact that sniper rifles are going to be in play for both of these teams. There's lots of long sight lines for those sniper rifles to come into play. So I think there is definitely an added element of depth to Highrise Team Deathmatch. Team Tribe right now, though, they are in a commanding advantage.
It's looking solid for them so far. It's been about an 8-kill difference from us, so still making things count here, though, if you have income. I mean, at this stage, though, for Luminosity, what do they say to themselves, Ferg? They're behind at this stage. What do they need to do better at this stage?
It's Team Deathmatch, Ton, so I'm going to say I'd hold back the map and hopefully play for picks on players that aren't really too experienced with COD Mobile, because if the communication lacks on Team Luminosity or on Team Tribe, you'll be able to get those picks very easily if they don't have control over those teammates.
Something worth noting here is the fact that this game is significantly slower than Rust, owing to the fact that Highrise is about double the size of Rust as a map, and therefore we are more likely to see those operators coming into play sooner rather than later. Vague right now already has one out, the Annihilator. It isn't quite the equalizers, but that thing can still do damage, Ferg.
It really can do damage, and I would actually honestly suggest that the Annihilator is the best operator in the game, especially for a map like this. Hold on, guys. It's Highrise. The lines of sight are long equalizer, definitely better for Rust like we've seen from Veg in game number 1. But Highrise, I'm going with the Annihilator as the best option here, so I'm glad it's being used, Brody.
Yeah, it is definitely, I think, a really good operator. And again, I think any operator in the hands of Vague is going to be one worth keeping in mind. And right now, I think it has definitely helped the scoreline differential between these two teams. Once again, Team Tribe assertively taking control of this game. A 20-point differential and growing. And now Arif, is doing stunts on him with the sniper rifle.
I'm more than happy to see this, Brody. I wanted Team Tribe to win. I thought Luminosity would put up a little bit more of a fight here in Team Deathmatch on Highrise, but it's just not the case, Ton.
It's not looking great. It's a dominant lead once again. They find themselves 8 away now, Brody. And again, it's not happening necessarily in a long, drawn-out game at all. It really has been fast and furious. Raf trying his best here for the side of Luminosity, but still only 6 kills away for Tribe.
Looks like this game might be done and dusted sooner rather than later. Team Tribe just 5 frags away from closing this one out. And there is one last-ditch effort coming out from Team Luminosity. Raf pulling out the equalizers. Can they do any damage? They've also got a streak in the back pocket as well, but that might well just be a hunter-killer drone. I don't know if that's really going to save them at this point, Gear. Just 2 kills away. Vague might be the one to deal the final blow. Bobby's trying to get it done. Just one more kill, and there it is. Team Tribe walk away with round 1.
Wow. Sensational work. Sensational work from the side of Team Tribe. And as mentioned, that is round 1 done. It was a best out of 3. We have already finished the TDM, and that's how dominant they have been so far. Team Tribe, sensational in the TDM, and they are going to be hard to beat here at iFerg.
Absolutely, Team Tribe coming in hot here, and if you want something that's a little bit better and more cool, you can pick up the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra down in the description below. It's a brand new product just released by Samsung themselves, and everyone you see here playing today is actually using that brand new phone, Brody.
Yeah, indeed they are. It is a phenomenal device, of course. It does a lot for these players, and it is smooth gameplay. Here's a look back towards the end of that game then, and just the entirety of it. Because, you know, at the start of the game, it was still relatively close between the two teams, right? You know, Team Tribe keeping things competitive alongside Team Luminosity, but I think, you know, as we got towards the mid-portion of the game, the likes of Arif and Vague really started to step up and play their roles for Team Tribe.
Absolutely. It looks like Arif and Vague have been doing a phenomenal performance. And there are the scoreboards up on your screen. You can see Vague at the top of the scoreboard again, 22-5. That's following up a 16-4 performance. And not too far behind him is Aerith with another great KD of a 4.5 KD, going 9-2.
I mean, we said not too far behind. 22 kills from Vague out of their 50. What a performance from him.
This is retired pro player Vague, by the way, as well. Can you just unretire for us, please? Yeah, can we just pick it back up again so we can see this in the gameplay? Vague is a phenomenal player, 22 frags to his name. I mean, we rarely see an impact that high as well. Impact is a stat that not many people actually focus on the post-game scoreboard. 198 is an insane stat line for Vague.
That's the most I've seen in a long time for any kind of tournament setting, Ton.
Yeah, I know, that's really impressive. We don't see that very often in terms of the COD Mobile esports side of things. It is really, you know, a lot tighter than that, but Vague really showing his mettle there, though, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I believe we have an interview on stage right now with the captain of Tribe, Arif. Send it over to Lottie.
Thank you so much, fellas. Arif, my gosh, what a show so far from Team Tribe. It's looking so good out there. I mean, that first map, Rust, it looked like a walk in the park. You were so consistent, by the way, with your gameplay. And then Vague hitting the 20 bomb in the second map. Oh my goodness. What was the team talk coming into that one? Because it just looks so comfy out there.
Yeah, so we know that Luminosity is a very strong team with 2 absolutely exceptional players, and all we needed to do was shut those 2 players down, and we were set. All of our players were playing very consistently, so it was honestly a walk in the park.
I like it. We're hearing a little something from the crowd here, but that's strategy, and we love a bit of strategy. Get the job done, a dub's a dub. But I do actually have some viewers at home who have a couple questions for you and folks in the audience. So somebody from chat asks, what is your personal strongest map? Where's your strength?
So I personally really enjoy playing both Firing Range and Summit. Summit is a great map for SMG users like myself, and Firing Range is great for snipers. So those are my go-to maps. But I would say an all-time favorite would have to be Nuketown.
Love it, some Aerith intel there. And then the audience has asked a few questions. So, how has mobile gaming changed your life?
I mean, I started playing mobile games because I never had a console growing up, and that's just how I got into gaming to begin with. And when COD Mobile first released, it went from just me playing the game for fun to basically a career, so very grateful.
Love to hear that. And another one, how do you warm up before your matches?
I don't need to.
Hey, she got it like that. She knows. She knows what she's delivering, and she's certainly doing on the stage. And lastly, what does your morning routine look like?
So I wake up, I brush my teeth, I eat some breakfast, and I go straight to my streaming setup to play some COD Mobile.
And that's how you get hands like that, folks. There you go. There's a morning routine. Era, thank you so much for being with me. But before I let you get back, would you mind helping me out, do a little giveaway to our audience members? Because we need to pick a lucky winner. So please pick from the token here, and we'll read the number out loud. 6. Number 6. Fantastic. Number 6, stand up. If you are number 6, give us a little wave. You have just won something, and we need to be able to see who you are in order to get the prize to you. So make sure you stand up and give us a little bit of a wave. But you've actually won yourself a JBL Quantum 1 headset. The prize team will come and find you. They'll give you your headset, but congratulations. And Eric, thank you so much for helping me out. You can head back to your station. We want some more of that, please. Those dubs are looking awfully good up there. Well, we need to get into our second round, don't we, folks? So, Caster Crew, it's back to you.
No practice required for Arif, and I don't blame her, given what we just saw in the first round of play, and I absolutely love to see people in the audience getting excited as well, helping them fight for victory in this tournament. As a reminder, those of you at home watching can cheer for your favorite teams in chat right now, and some big questions for player interviews throughout the show. So make sure you're interacting with the chat, and give us some questions.
I mean, I'd like you to think I had a number to put into the raffle as well, you know,
Yeah?
but we're over here, so we don't, unfortunately.
We could probably do it.
Yeah, we can maybe get in
Just
there.
like
But
anonymous.
remember, though, guys, we're heading into round number 2 here. We are moving into a completely different mode. So we see an utter domination there in the TDM from Tribe, but now we're heading over to Hardpoint, a very, very different game mode, Brody.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Now there's an objective in the mix as well. Look, Ferg, in your opinion, we're moving now from TDM, which is all frag-based, to Hardpoint. As I said, there is an objective here. What changes between these two teams now?
I would say they're going to be focused a lot more on where their team are actually spawning throughout the map, because as the hardpoint rotates every 60 seconds, so do the spawns. I would also make the argument that I was voting beforehand that Luminosity were probably going to take the team deathmatch, and now that Tribe have actually taken it from them, I think that Tribe is in the best capacity here to actually take another round from Luminosity, Tom.
I mean, it's looking that way, isn't it? I mean, when we talk about a Hardpoint, for you guys at home who have not seen the mode before, it is about that roaming hill that we have. Of course, it's about standing inside the hill. First to 150 points for these players and these teams, and you get points by sitting inside the point. Every single second that you are inside that hill, you get a point. I always have understood Hardpoint, but then saying it out loud, sometimes you just need to get it across.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm just making sure everyone's right.
It's basically like King of the Hill. King of the Hill is another name that people know it as. It is also probably my favorite game mode across Call of Duty history. I absolutely love Hardpoint so much. I think there's a reason that, you know, if you talk about mainline Call of Duty titles, it's been in competitive Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, I want to say, since 2012, right? So it's been in Call of Duty for a really long time, and it has remained one of the most popular game modes. Maybe like Search and Destroy is probably the only one that usurps it for the King title, as it were. It is just so fun to watch, and there's so many layers of gameplay. And again, we bring that here to the Play Galaxy Cup. It's like, how much of that are we going to see in the gameplay, right? How much of that are we going to see from the pro players to the special guests joining to the Play Galaxy members? I mean, there's just so many layers to this.
And I think especially as well that we have, you know, a little bit of a different map set. It's not necessarily the esports map set we would see. So rotations are going to be a little bit different. Have the esports players learned them? And for the guys that haven't necessarily played too much either, is it going to be their opportunity to learn on the fly, or have you been practicing today and making sure you know exactly what's going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions, I think, for me, right? So I'm just really excited to see those questions answered, and I think you're absolutely right to point out the fact that, the maps are going to be relatively peculiar here, because those of you who watch Call of Duty Mobile Esports, you won't have seen these maps played in competitive. We're going to Hijack Terminal, and I really hope we get a Game 3 in this one, because a Nuketown Hardpoint would be absurd, but in the best possible way. But we are going to be kicking off this best of 3 on Hijacked Hardpoint, and a little nugget of information for those Black Ops 2 fans out there. This was in the rotation back at the start of Black Ops 2 season, although not for long. So we have seen this.
It's a long time ago. I can't remember the last time I casted a Hardpoint on Hijack, but it definitely would have happened somewhere along down the line. But here we are into the second round, and is it an opportunity now for Luminosity to try and bounce back? We have an objective to come into play for Tribe, though. Is it going to be the same scenario for them?
I would say so. I think the Tribe could take the first point, and that will give them the momentum to go into point number 2 with a lot of kills and possibly even close to operators here. But I think I may stand corrected, as Luminosity are going to be securing the area around the point. What do you think about that, Brody? It looks like Tribe are in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, it's very difficult, actually, to get control of the hardpoint, it has to be said, especially on P1, generally speaking, on every single hardpoint map across every single Call of Duty title. Generally speaking, the first hardpoint always pops off in the middle of the map, and just given how many points of entry there is to the first hardpoint in any given hardpoint map, it is always difficult to get through. So I never expect teams to take a wealth of time away. If Tribe walk away here with a ton of time, Ferg, I would be concerned about Luminosity.
Absolutely, I would be concerned about it. And as you said earlier, Hardpoint's your favorite mode. It's also my favorite mode. And in my opinion, it's the most competitive mode that we have here in Call of Duty Mobile esports in its entirety. And as we look over to the scoreboard, you can see Tribe pulling ahead, but not by too much. It's probably going to be about 25 points here as the Hardpoint rotates into point number 2. Brody?
Yep, Tribe, they are going to get, I would say, a relatively good amount of time here, 30-5 as we get into P2 here, Tom.
It's been an interesting start from them. Equalizer's already out, though, on the side of Tribe, and that's going to be an opportunity to try and break back. But kills coming through here for Raf. Maybe a little bit of a comeback from Luminosity. It's been a bad start from them. 45 seconds to go on this hill. They're holding it down here, Brody.
Yeah, I mean, that's astoundingly quick to get an equalizer out at the very beginning of the game, right? I believe Aerith also managed to get triple streaks off the back of that first hard point. Has to be said, 11 and 12 kills respectively for them and for Vague. They are popping off at the start of this hard point, and now Aerith has those equalizers in hand. Time to use them. Gonna get shut down by Cartels, and that's a big shutdown, not only because of the person using them, but because the equalizers. I would not want to be staring down the barrel of those things.
Oh, I mean, look at the kill feed, though. It's all going Tribe's way right now. They managed to find a breakthrough, but that's more of what Luminosity need to see. And what we see so often is Raf, of course, with the shotguns. This guy is an absolute menace. Locking it down now inside of the point as well. The ballistic shield is out, and we are just trying to hold the hill down as best we can. Rotating over towards the next hill, though, Brody. Players want to get there as soon as they can.
I mean, that is a perfect use of a ballistic shield. We never see those usually inside of Call of Duty esports. This is a first for every single caster at this desk, and Raf used it to perfection. Not only is he playing really good, but Cartel's just got a triple with his War Machine, Brody.
Yeah, Cartels, this is what he is known for inside competitive Call of Duty Mobile.
Whoa!
And he's now popping off as well. These points of entry are so difficult to get into, even more so when you're facing down the War Machine. It's almost impossible at this point to get into this hill, Tom.
I mean, this hill is just so hard to break, especially when they're holding it down with those kind of moments. Oh my goodness me, the kill's just going all Cartel's way, but Bobby finds 2 to find the break, and that's Cartels and Ralph dealt with. There's Bobby now on Teep as well. Finds 3 to find the break. Oh my goodness me, Bobby, what is going on here? He's usually on the desk with us, never mind doing this.
Absolutely. It seems like me and Bobby have changed places, and Tribe are making a comeback now as well to take the lead off Luminosity.
Where has this competitive gameplay come from? The start of this game, Team Tribe was storming through Team Luminosity, and back in game number 1, round number 1 I should say, Team Tribe convincingly managed to take it away, but now we have a serious match on our hands, and you have to imagine part of that is because of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra that does manage to minimize CPU and GPU load, improving the average FPS by up to 18% for consistent smooth performance.
Error through the fire there, but would have been nice and cool, of course, with the battery life. You can enjoy gaming for as long as you want without disruption with the Samsung Galaxy Ultra S25. I mean, my word, look at this game, though, between these two. I mean, Vague pulls the equalizers out, looks for the rotation, gets gunned almost immediately. Look at the shots coming in from Raf. And it's Luminosity in the lead. But we said this could happen. We headed into the TDM. It's all about the slaying. One good hold, though, especially when it's only first to 150 in Hardpoint. Typically in esports on the Call of Duty mobile side, and of course on generic Call of Duty, it's up to 250. Now Cartels are starting to fry. This is really coming down to equalizer usage from both two teams, and the operators being used at the best time.
Yeah, and so often it does just come down to who is better with the operators, right? Cartels has had so many phenomenal moments over the last year or so of casting Call of Duty Mobile with the War Machine, and we're seeing even more of those right here, right now. It does feel like that Cartels and Wrath for Team Luminosity are doing so much work at them. I mean, look at the amount of frags that they've got. Look at the pure numbers that they've got at the moment. They are doing so much for their squad here, Ferg.
They are definitely carrying Team Luminosity for sure. But we're
I didn't
headed
want to
back
say that.
to point number 1 here, and this is going to be the most outrageous gunfights you will be able to see throughout the entirety of the day, because it's in the center of the map, and there's 4 or 5 different ways you can get shot from while you're inside of that hard point, Ton.
Vig needs a little bit of help, though, doesn't he? At this moment in time, he's trying to put up the numbers, but you can see what Cartels and Rafa are doing on the other side. And that's why they have that lead. They're managing to find everything they need to at the right time. And Brody, you said it before, it is really down to those operators and how well they're being used. And right now, being used flawlessly from Luminosity.
Yeah, I'm really just keeping an eye on how often we see them come out from Cartels, Raph, Aerith, and Vague. The latter of those 2 players not only will find a couple of kills, but also does have their operator in the back pocket ready to go. Currently trailing by 20 points or so behind Team Luminosity. The battle over P1 is over. Now we move over towards P2. Team Tribe already in for the moment, and Raph will use the KRM to great effect, but will get shut down. For Team Tribe, though, their woes aren't over.
That was a really big kill coming through, but look at the operator starting to fly through now for the side of Luminosity. We've seen them be used so well, and a grenade launcher in Cartel's hands is bad news for the opposite side on Team Tribe. Cartel's trying to steal Abby, will eventually get taken down. It's Tribe in control of the point.
Thankfully, they're making some sort of a comeback here. I was actually quite depressed there listening to both Brody and Ton talk about how poorly Tribe was doing, but they're back on the scoreboard now, inside of that hill. A lot of kills coming in the way of Veg. It's good to see him focus on gaming instead of his hairline. Recently, he's been doing that after retirement. But as you can see, Tribe has taken the lead here. Looking fantastic, Ton.
That's caught me wildly off guard. 10 seconds to go on this hill. Tribe could do with this time. We're heading into what is going to be a really close closeout here, Brody. And we're heading down below to the bottom deck. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the kind of game we wanted to see. Over towards the next hill we go.
Whoever gets to this hard point first is going to have control of it, of course. It's so difficult to break in. Only 2 points eventually. Aerith managed to break through here with the equalizers. How much value can they find? Downrange, Aerith is piecing absolutely everybody, but she's not done yet. More kills for Aerith. Tribe can hold control. Luminosity, they are knocking at the door.
45 seconds to go on this hill. Aerith just still trying to keep them at bay. Vig will eventually find the kill. Raph will fall down, but the kills are falling through for the side of Tribe. Trying to get back in is Luminosity, but look at Aerith just pushing them out. That's 5 or 6 in a row for Aerith, making 26 in the game. You are 10 seconds away for your Tribe.
Hold on, I'm seeing double here. Both Vague and Bobby have the equalizers out. You are not getting past Team Tribe. Vague is wiping the floor with Team Luminosity. And that should surely be it. I don't think anybody is getting in from the other side. A phenomenal start to round 2, but it is Team Tribe that walks away the victors.
Exactly what I wanted to see happen, Brody. Shout out to Veg for a phenomenal performance, and Aerith as his duo as well, Ton.
Incredible performance from Tribe to bring that one back. Luminosity, though, that was much more like it from them. We didn't really get to see them shine when it did come down to the TDM side of things, but we headed into the hard point, and it was game on. It was crazy, especially when you get over towards that P3. That third hill, you see it below, down below in the ship. Sensational play from Luminosity first time, but it was Tribe who closed it out the second.
Dude, honestly, I absolutely love Call of Duty Mobile for this very reason, right? It's kind of like the emulation of moments from Call of Duty past, and this is exactly that. You know, back in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, back in 2012, what was the kill on Hijack that was the problem for team after team? It was P3, and we're here in the year of 2025 seeing the exact same thing on Call of Duty Mobile here on Hijack. It was actually that kill on the first rotation that actually even got Team Luminosity into the conversation, right? They got 30, 40, 50 points off that hard point.
Yeah, it was Cartels coming out with the War Machine, and that was the difference maker then. And then, as you can see on your screens, the difference maker here was the equalizers that came out from Team Tribe. They will find the win, and let's have a look at the kill. 52 for Cartels, but on the other side, Vague with the 50 as well. The impact from both of them, sensational, but it's Tribe who get it over the line. 150 to 1-2-3 scoreline, close game, Vic.
Absolutely close game. And Brody, we were talking earlier about the best operators. I think we can kind of confirm close range, there's nothing like an equalizer. It dominates inside of that range.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's just because of like how much damage it does, how long you have it for, right? Yeah, how quickly it does it, as you said. You know, there's just so many positives to using the equalizers that for a very long period of time, it has been known as easily the best operator in Call of Duty Mobile. For the fact that they actually managed to pull 2 of them out as well, I thought it was like you could only have 1 per player. Evidently, they've like scrapped that. They've thrown that to the wind. Honestly, at this point, just get everyone on the equalizers because it's so damn powerful.
Everybody has to be, surely. Yeah. I mean, look, it's definitely situational at times as well. I think you were saying for the Annihilator, that's that one you want to have at range, right? Yes, the War Machine as well is also really, really solid. But the Equalizer, well, I mean, how many times have we kind of cliche said it is the great Equalizer at times? Yes. The amount of moments we've had where an Equalizer has swung a game or won a game for a team is incredible on the esports side of things, and it shows that it really does translate, of course, to this as well.
Absolutely, and you know what else is great, Brody?
It is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, right? A phenomenal performance, and it is absolutely helping these guys at this point in time. Man, I love this guy. So fun to have on the desk. Yeah, it is a beautiful phone, and it is definitely helping these guys out at the moment with the smooth performance and all the optimizations that have come with the brand new device. With that said, though, that's round number 2 done and dusted. I have a question here before we go over to the desk for you guys. What operators are we using? If we're into the game here very quickly, before we get into the next game, what are we saying?
I mean, based on what I've just seen there, Equalizer every single time, mate. I mean, how could you possibly not? But they're heading into term. You did say you preferred the Annihilator.
I do, and looking at Terminal, I think we're going to see a mixture of Annihilator and Equalizers. Of course, Cartel's probably still going to opt for the War Machine.
Yeah, the answer actually, Tom, was that it wouldn't help you anyway. But regardless, we got Terminal for game number 2. Sorry, I set that up. I had to go for it, mate. We got Terminal for game number 2, and it is going to be a really fun one. We've also talked a lot about the fact that Terminal Hardpoint was back in the rotation back in like Modern Warfare 2, right? It actually got added back in for Modern Warfare 2 in like a couple of years ago. It was a really fun time. So Terminal in competitive, in Hardpoint, it just feels right. It just feels crispy. Let's get into it.
It's just pure Call of Duty heritage, isn't it? Really, you see this map, you know exactly what's going on. But into Hardpoint and into the bookstore we go to kick things off. For Tribe, I mean, that's 3 maps in a row. Can they make it 4 here, Fer?
I'm hoping so, Ton. I'm absolutely hoping so. This is quite similar to Hijack, the first point of this Hardpoint match, as it's usually absolute chaos. A lot of players like to use close-range weapons, but it looks like Cartels has decided to opt for the Odin, picking up a 2-piece, Brody.
Yeah, Cartels is one of those players that you do have to watch out for if you're Team Tribe, right? If you can remove him from any given situation, you'll be feeling a lot happier about your prospects of taking this Hardpoint away. But it's been a relatively good start for Team Luminosity so far. I'm expecting both of these teams to spawn relatively close to the Hardpoint, and we're going to hit it over and over again. But right now, Team Tribe in control. Shots going out from Team Luminosity to try and unearth them from the time. It is not working.
Good hold from Tribe so far. 27 and rising for them. Those kills coming in from Vague is really going to help. But they had a good start last time, and Luminosity did peck them back. It can take one good rotation, which is now something Cartels is thinking about. You can see he's already over towards the next hill, but he stops shooting, loses the gunfight. And all of a sudden, that control that Luminosity maybe did have might have slipped away.
Absolutely, it looks like it is slipping away as Tribe are inside of the Hardpoint as soon as it is open. Aerith's going to be sitting there, but Cartels comes in with the early War Machine, takes everyone out of Tribe inside of that Hardpoint, but they got too many players stacking in, and they are still alive.
Yeah, despite the heroics of Cartels, that is not enough at the moment to keep Team Tribe away from the Hardpoint. And even at this early stage of the game, you don't want to let Team Tribe take too much of an early lead. So getting them out of this Hardpoint, I think, is paramount to a successful round, because a reminder, they are currently 0-1 down in this best of Aerith. And Aerith now starting to pop off in the Annihilator, going to get shut down by Cartels again. Another crucial shutdown. A couple of frags before that, but it's now out of the game.
Come through there, Ferg, but eventually got rid of her, of course. 15 seconds to go now.
Yeah, we're seeing the Annihilator come back, but we're also seeing a brand new weapon that we've never seen anyone use in this competition so far. It's the MG42 with the Mythic skin, one of my personal favorites for both multiplayer and Battle Royale inside of Call of Duty Mobile, Brody.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the campaign skin, right? That's the one with the, like, you look at it and it's like an entire
that ever come to any game.
It's awesome. It really is so cool. And actually, I think they've lead the start kind of implemented that into Call of Duty Black Ops 6 now as well, right? More and more of the like special skins. It is just so awesome, and Call of Duty Mobile really leads the way in that fashion.
And just basically, thanks to the powerful processor, the ray tracing performance has been elevated by 40%. And how good does that skin look in game?
phenomenal.
This,
Absolutely
my
phenomenal.
word. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra really showing off today. But look at this scoreline. Also showing off as Team Tribe. They're 119 points up. We might be out here before tea time, Brody.
Can we get back to hijacks, please, where Luminosity were in the conversation in the game? Because right now, this is not like in a good time for them. They're going on the way to Burger Town. I'm not sure they're going to walk away with anything other than a nice slap on the wrist, because Team Tribe right now are dominating this game. We're seeing more utilities come out from Team Tribe now. Aerith had their operator out, Vague and Bobby now with the Annihilator and the equalizers as well, and Vague is popping off. That's 3 kills for them, clearing a lot of space. It is so difficult to get into P3 in any situation, even more so when you're facing down all that artillery.
Absolutely, and it looks like it's rotated for Burger Time, but I think Luminosity need to rev up those fryers as the next point has now been shown inside of the plane ton.
Deep inside of here with equalizers. This man, what can he do? Needs to do something for his team, needs to be able to find something, but he gets taken down. Vague and Co. just working so well to find a break back. 40 seconds remaining on this hill. Everything in the kitchen sink being thrown at this one, Brody.
I love that so much. Rocket launcher coming out from Vague. It's a unique strategy, but at this point we've got a massive advantage like this. Why on earth not just try and do some funsies for the last 17 seconds required to close out this game? Kills starting to come through though from Team Luminosity. Predator missile down from the heavens from Cartels will find one. So good zoning control for Team Luminosity. It feels, Ferg, like they might be lifing them yet.
Hopefully not. I would like to see Team Tribe just take them down, but I know the ton over here on my left-hand side loves Luminosity, so he'll talk a little bit more about that.
Not maybe as much as you love their Tribe at this stage. Tribe looking dominant though. 133 to 61, but that was a really nice hold from Luminosity inside of the plane. They managed to get themselves 30 or 40 points. That's putting them back into the conversation. We head over towards the bookstore as well. Feels like Luminosity maybe just warming up a little late into this one, Brody.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's never too late, right? At the end of the day, the way that this works, right, the clock always stops when somebody is inside the hard point. So it isn't too late to win the game. Right now, there's still an opportunity, but with Tribe in control, it feels like now it might be too late.
Oh, they need to get themselves inside if they can. Here,
Cartels
Luminosity,
can do it.
5 seconds, and there you go. Cartels, yes, he can do it. Finds himself 4 in a row, and there's the break Luminosity needed. Tribe, though, still only 6 away.
Okay, he's finally been taken out. I'm hoping that this is going to be all she wrote here as Tribe finally gets back inside of the hill, but it's not going to happen as Rap picks up a triple. Bobby ends up killing himself as well on the main stage.
Aerith is able to potentially answer back, but still only 4 seconds needed here for Tribe. Aerith finds a way through. She's got backup as well. One more contest, that's all you're going to get. Team Tribe get the win in the Hardpoint. Round 2 goes their way. There you have it. Sensational from Tribe once again.
Man, I was really hoping as we got into the objective modes that things would be significantly closer, and they were, but for a moment, with hijacked Hardpoint being extremely close. I was expecting the same for game number 4, and it just was not to be. What a phenomenal start from Team Tribe. Right at the very beginning of the game, Ferg, they just came out swinging.
I'm more than happy about their performance so far inside of this tournament. Both team deathmatches and hardpoints going in the way of my lovely Tribe gaming.
Sensational work. They've looked really solid. I feel like we're really putting me in the Luminosity camp here, but
we are, yeah.
I mean, how can you not shout about anybody but Tribe right now? This has been a sensational performance. Vague and the whole crew putting on an absolute show. And we said, you know, that they potentially did feel like they had the stronger team. Luminosity did step it up in map 1 of round 2. But the second one really was a little bit more comfortable. But it showed that Luminosity, when they had those moments to try and get a hold of a hill, they would pick up 30 or 40 points. But the slaying ability of Team Tribe was just too strong for them. That is a 2-0 victory in round number 2. And Brody, that is going to give them that advantage in that grand final, whatever happens in round number 3.
That is the key thing here, of course. The way that we've got the tournament set up today, folks, is that a team will have an advantage going into that all-important Search and Destroy best-of-5 grand final. And now we know for a fact that Team Tribe are going to be the team walking away with it, considering now they have won both Team Deathmatch and Hardpoint. Regardless of what happens when we get into Chaos Control, they will be going to that grand final with a 1-0 advantage. With that said then, here's a look at our post-game scoreboard. 35 frags for a Vague, again, the top fragger. But honestly, shout out to Aerith because she had some phenomenal moments in that game. It was 2 pieces, 3 pieces galore, really helping the squad lock down some of those hard points, Ferg.
To be honest, I want to just highlight Cartels. He's been playing great every single match so far. He's always at the tippity top of the leaderboard. I'm hoping that Luminosity can really kind of help him out, Ton.
Well, yeah, he needs a little bit of help, though, doesn't he? I want to see some more from the other players up there. They're going to be heading into round 3. And I think, for me, now, because they will not have that advantage in the grand final, they are going to be going in a map down. Have to use this to try and practice that teamwork. Chaos Control is going to be a very, very different outline to what we'll see in the Search and Destroy, which we will discuss very, very shortly. But, yeah, I think we need to see maybe a little bit more from the Luminosity players. Cartels is doing his best.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because I do want to give Cartel some love because we have seen some great moments from him. The problem is, you know, there's only so much he can do in isolation before, you know, he goes down and then he doesn't really have anybody to help him out in that situation. So I think if everybody else on Luminosity can really step things up, we will see a significantly closer affair moving forward. With that said, though, I believe we have an interview on stage with Lottie. I believe Raf is right there. Let's see what he's got to say.
I'm indeed on stage right now with AO Raf. Raf, first of all, a little bit of heartbreak in that first one, right? In that second round, hijacked, a little bit of heartbreak. You and Cartels were doing everything possible. I saw you with the ballistic shield, the shotgun. You were making it happen, but that equalizer is incredibly powerful on the other side of things. Talk to me about, you know, moments like that where you know it's really, really difficult to come back. What are you saying to your team as somebody who's a bit of a vet in terms of COD Mobile?
I think honestly, when you're in those moments, it's like every second matters. And both physically when you're in the game and mentally, things can happen. So the best thing to tell your teammates is to maintain momentum and have a strong mental fortitude. And you'd be surprised, you can make comebacks. The game's not over till it's really over, you know? So that was our mentality, really.
I love to hear that, and obviously a mentality you're going to have carrying forward now. Going into the grand finals, of course, it's going to be pretty difficult just considering they have a 1-point advantage going in. But with that mentality, how are you feeling about handling the rest of things? Control coming up next. What's the game plan there?
I think honestly for Control, me and Cartels have a really good chemistry on the Control maps. So I believe with the help of that, we will tell our teammates to really main the OBJ and really just watch the 3 lanes on the map, really, because spawn traps are a real threat for that map, right? So it's a really simple game mode, and I believe we'll do pretty good. We'll do really good.
I think you will too. I saw that little 3-piece at the end there. It was really close to you guys holding that last hill down. A little bit unfortunate, but I believe your team can bounce back here. Now, I do have a couple questions from viewers at home. So, Raf, how can I improve on COD Mobile, someone asks?
My biggest tip of advice, a lot of my viewers ask me that. The time you put into the game is really important, but it's not more so how much time you put in the game, but more so how you use your time within the game. Somebody like me, for example, it took a little bit of time to really be known as one of the best in my region. So with time and dedication and really like having a strong like mental fortitude, like I said, you'd be surprised. Your mind can like achieve great things. So just always stay motivated, you know what I mean? Always find new ways to improve every single day. And yeah, if you guys, you know, if you feel free to ask me some questions, I do love to help my audience all the time, man. So yeah, for sure.
I love that. You're very wholesome, aren't you, Raf? I love that so much. Somebody asks, how much does it mean to you to have the career that you've had in mobile gaming?
I feel like mobile gaming career wasn't something I actually expected. I was actually into sports until I ended up injuring myself and COVID came through, and it just feels like one thing happened to another. And that was just one of those times where I was really demotivated. So really all I could do is just play mobile games. And now 5 years later, you know, all of this is, it's really like, I can't never take it for granted. I'm really grateful every single time to all my fans, all my supporters, to my family, everybody, you know, even this. So big shout out to Samsung as well, man. It's an amazing opportunity. We really appreciate it.
We love that, Raf. We love that so much. Last question from the actual audience as well. How do you handle pressure? And that's a good question because he needs to handle a bit of pressure coming up.
Honestly, one tip of advice that I like to use personally, it's a little different one. You just gotta inhale, hold it, exhale. You just do that, you do that, you do that. It'll really help you. There's no pressure, really. It's like at the end of the day, bro, you do what you can. You really want to go in. Somebody like me, my biggest tip of advice is to always go in as best as you can, right? Because there's no second chances, right? You're never gifted a second chance. Every second matters. So yeah.
Love it. Great advice. Thank you so much, Raf. You are a true gent and a sportsman, so thank you so much for doing that. Now, before you go, may I ask you to help me just for one moment pick out a prize for one of our wonderful audience members here today. So, dip your hand into our little raffle box and pick out a number. Go on. No cheating, see? All right, Raf, what number have you got on the back of that? Other way.
We got number 56.
56, all right, folks. Turn over your badge on the front. You've got a number in the top right corner. What number have you got? 56. 56, you have won something. We got someone? All right, okay. All right, number 56, congratulations. You have paid off because your prize is going to be a JBL Quantum 1 headset. Thank you so much for submitting questions to our team captains. Raf, absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see the bounce back, man. So you head on over back to your game and share. Get locked in. We've got a bumpy road ahead, man.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thanks so much. Woo!
Amazing stuff. Looking forward to another exciting round from both of our teams here. And if you are just joining us at home, welcome. And if you want to get in on the action, be sure to scan the code on your screen right now and download Call of Duty Mobile from our partners at Activision. Folks, it's back to you guys on the desk. What did you make of that, casters?
I mean, if that's not just two of my favorite people on esports on stage together there, Raf, one of the nicest guys on the planet, and great interview from Lottie, but my word, do they not just have a task ahead? Find themselves now down 2 in the rounds. Okay, they've got this opportunity to bring something in round number 3 here, Brody. Are we expecting it, though, after what we've just seen?
I don't know, man. Look, if I have faith in anybody, I have faith in Raf to get things going, to pick things up again. I absolutely love that team, so I really hope they do and give us a competitive end to today's tournament. That being said, the tournament's still got a long way to go before we get to that point, so a reminder to keep those questions coming in chat while you root for your team that you think is going to win, because they might have a chance of being read out to your favorite player on stage.
Yeah, well, we don't really need any indication which way Ferg is going, so anybody else, if you're going for Luminosity, just let us know about it. Try and join my side. But either way, for round number 3, we will be playing Chaos Control, which, if you are familiar with Control, it's a tiny bit different. There's no lives that go down. But other than that, Control is about capturing 2 separate points. You take your turns attacking and then defending. And of course, the defensive team have to stop the attacking team from getting all of those points. The attack team have got to grab them within an allotted time. It is first to 2 rounds.
Yeah, and the thing is with Control, right, regardless of whether or not you have kind of a life advantage or a life kind of thing in the mix to think about, is the fact that regardless of what happens, operators are always the thing to talk about, right? Whether they're specialists in Black Ops 3, in Infinite Warfare, or Black Ops 4 even, right? Or operators here in Call of Duty Mobile, they're always a nice thing to throw into the mix for Control. They make things so much more interesting, so much more palatable, I think, for teams on the offense to find their way in towards the points. And again, I'm wondering now, right, because operators have been, I think, a big talking point today for these teams. We've seen multiple of the same operator on any given team. I mean, just how much more are we expecting that to come into play here with Chaos Control, Ferg?
I'd say we're going to see it quite a lot, considering Control, you have set spawn points, so people will be able to hang back just outside of the Control point and hopefully get a little bit of a spawn trap going as we get into this first game of Control, Ton.
Yeah, I'm going to be very curious to see if the teams are going to be able to set that up, though. I mean, you know, you play with people you don't really know, you don't know how they're playing, but I'm looking at the professionals to see if they're going to push for that, if they can. That's the difficulty, is trying to do it all on your own, of course, with your other pro player who is in the mix. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how this one's going to go down. But for me, I'm looking towards Luminosity again. Let's see if they can get something going. We've seen the objective modes worked a little bit better for them, Brody. Can they maybe find something here on Chaos Control?
The thing I will say, right, is that, you know, what they've done, I would say okay with in the past is team deathmatch, right, when the kills come into effect, when those frags come into effect, I should say. I don't know whether or not that's going to be the case here, considering eliminations are not something we consider into Chaos Control. So it's all objective from this moment forward, and it's all still to play for. While that advantage is definitely going Team Tribe's way, there's still some bragging rights to win a round on the line. Let's see if Team Luminosity can get themselves on the board here in Control.
Absolutely, Brody, and to be honest, I kind of want to see Luminosity do something. I know I'm hashtag Team Tribe and all that, but I just want to see them fight back, especially Raf and Cartels, because they are 2 of the best, if not the top 2 players from the North American region, Ton. So I'm hoping for a little bit more push from them to carry this out.
Well, they need to show it, don't they? Let's see if they can. Tribe now, they're on the attacking side, trying to push forward. Get themselves in a position to jump on over towards B. You can see the ticks in the top middle of your screen. They need to hold this point as long as they can. If they capture it, they add some time on to then go over and capture A as well.
Absolutely, and each ticker for each individual point has 3 different steps. As soon as you see it click one of the thirds, it will stop there, and you can move on to the second third and then the final third to secure the entire point.
Right now, it is Team Luminosity on the offense. They are trying to get some control over the map. Cartel's the only one actually doing anything over by A, and this is a very difficult one to break into, generally speaking, right? Because you have these kind of very small areas to actually push back in towards the point, a choke point, if you will. Cartel's is going to use that to great effect, but unfortunately allows one player through, and that player is Vague. Going to win that gunfight and clear out House on A. Now just 35 seconds on the clock here, folks, to get themselves back towards the point.
Luminosity trying to get themselves up the map. Oh, that's a lot of kills coming through, though, in a dangerous position. And now Tribe can push themselves forward. And if you're Luminosity, you're kind of stuck in your spawn right now, Ferg. This is the worst spot they could be in.
It is an awful spot for Luminosity. And if you look at the scoreboard here for the kill counters, you can see 3 players on Luminosity's roster are dropping donuts, Brody.
Yeah, this is not the start that those players wanted. Teep will get himself off a donut and on towards a breadstick, but I don't necessarily know if it will help at this point in time. 5 seconds left. Last remaining hope and prayer for Luminosity was Teep, who will get taken out of the round, and that's a relatively clean start for Tribe.
I would say it's quite a wash for the first round, to be honest. Only, well, 3 players putting kills on the board, and one of them being Teep, our ex-COD world champion from 2014, only has 1 kill.
Yeah, I will say this much, right? It's not necessarily about the eliminations here in Chaos Control, right? That is a factor for getting control of the map, but it isn't a factor for getting control of the controls. So we need to figure out another word for the word control. That being said, it is more about getting those control zones, those ticks, and there was a couple for Team Luminosity there on their offensive effort. So now we see Team Tribe here. Already 1 round on the board. A reminder that it's first to 2 here in this game mode. So for Team Tribe, all they got to do is win this offense, and they're already 1-0 up in round 3.
Absolutely, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Loudspinder. We've got Play Hard playing on the side of Team Tribe. He's actually really good at Call of Duty Mobile. This is something that completely surprised me, Ton.
I mean, he's been playing really well. He's had a lot of good teammates around him at this stage as well. Tribe are absolutely flying. They've captured A. And very, very quickly, found themselves over towards B. Bobby plays with the equalizer in hand. I mean, this is just looking so easy for Tribe right now. And how easily that Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is performing. Minimizing the CPU and GPU load, improving the average FPS by up to 18%. I think Luminosity need a little bit more than 18% right now. They need to improve tenfold.
Well, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is the best device on the market, so that's what they've got to work with at the moment. Team Tribe using it to perfection, though. 1 tick already through on B. They're having their way with them inside the spawn. Fortunately for them, frags are not something that Luminosity need to be concerned with, but what they do need to be concerned with is the fact that there's a stack on the point. Team Tribe want to call game, and they will do exactly that. 1 map down, 1 map closer to a round 3 victory.
Bobby's looking happy with himself up there, Ferg. He's feeling real happy about how things are going. This is utter domination from
Absolutely.
Tribe.
He doesn't need the snipe to hit the shots now. He can use whatever gun he wants. Phenomenal performance from the side of the entire Tribe roster, Brody.
Yeah, you can really see Team Luminosity not happy at this point in time with their performances post-game. It's so difficult, isn't it, when you look at the behemoths that are on the Tribe roster again. Look, we give them a lot of stick, and we take the mickey to a certain extent, but we do have to give some love to Bobby being kind of the player here, joining the lineup as the content creator, if you will, because he is able to keep up with the likes of Aerith, with the likes of Vague, to a certain extent. To a certain extent is what we'll say. We'll put an asterisk on that. But he is doing a lot for the squad. We have to give him some love.
We don't want to give him too much credit.
Not too
we
much. There's like a
we don't want the ego to be overinflated any more than it already is, of course. That's a complete lie. Bobby is one of the most humble men I have ever met in my life, but look at how good Tribe have looked so far. The egos can be very much flowing at this stage. That was dominant from them. Aerith dropping 14 kills over those 2 very, very short rounds. Duncan? We didn't get to see a kill in a game of Control. Hey, okay, well, look, you're shaking your head at me.
It doesn't need to be talked. Come on, what are we doing here? We're trying to be positive. We're, positive vibes in 2025, right? No, we don't want to be seeing. We don't want to talk about the breadsticks. There were 2 of them, and we don't want to talk about the donuts because there was 1 of them too. And also because I'm very hungry.
How many kills would you have got yourself there, Ferg?
Oh, man. Back in my prime, I might have been doing really good, maybe dropped to 20, but honestly, nowadays, probably would have sat at like 5.
5, that bad?
I'm feeling lucky about it.
5 more than we would have done, so.
5 more than Duncan.
It's a fair point. But there you go. I mean, Tribe taking away the very first one in Chaos Control, but that was utter domination from them. We're going to be heading into a second map very, very shortly, though, Brody. I'm curious if they can pick it up in any kind of way here. Can we see something from Luminosity? But one thing I kind of do want to talk about, for all that this hasn't been going good, how often do we talk about Search and Destroy being a completely different game? And that's the game mode we're going to be playing in that grand final. I don't want to talk about it too much, but let's bear that in mind.
I mean, what the cliche, right, is that Search and Destroy wins championships, so Search and Destroy could well win the Samsung Play Galaxy Cup here, but I don't know, dude. I mean, the way that Tribe are playing right now, they are on fire. They're looking so hot, and Team Luminosity, look, all I want them to do is step things up. I want to see something crazy about them in this game. And I tell you what, if they do manage to take this game away, they take map number 2, they take map number 3, they take the entirety of the round. That is a lot of momentum going into that grand final. I think that's the key to victory for me. If I'm Team Luminosity, if I'm looking at this roster, just step things up a notch, find some frags, get a little bit more comfortable on these final 2 maps before the grand final, and you could be set for a massive comeback.
Couldn't agree with you more, Brody. I think the momentum could shift if they're able to make a comeback here in Chaos Control. And like Ton said, Search and Destroy is one of the better modes inside of the Call of Duty Mobile competitive esports scene. It's my second favorite, just behind Hardpoint. And what about you, Ton? What's your favorite mode?
Oh, I am very much a classic Call of Duty guy. Search and Destroy is probably my favorite mode, I would say. It's been there from the word go. Probably one of the very first modes I ever played when I played Call of Duty for the first time back about, well, a long time ago. I was still in my teens, and I'm no longer anywhere near that now, so it was a long time ago. I played S&D probably more than half of my life, Brody, and that's a lot of life.
Yeah, I didn't even think Call of Duty was around when you were in your 20s.
Right, come on now. We know it was. We know it was. Let's not try to be funny, but, well, it's not like you anyway, Brody. Here we are. Into Seaside we go, though. A game that was around, though, when I was in my 20s, I believe, was Black Ops 4. Seaside, of course, coming in from that game, as well as Arsenal, the one that we've seen in map number 1. But we're heading to Seaside. We haven't been lucky enough to see Nuketown yet. Will we get the opportunity here in Chaos Control? We need to see Luminosity win if we want to.
I'm begging for it. All I want to see is a Nuketown, Ferg.
I want to see Nuketown for sure, but luckily, Seaside is still a bright, colorful map, and it looks even better with that ray tracing performance from the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. A 40% boost for ray tracing with this generation's device, Brody.
Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, Seaside has always looked beautiful, but that ray tracing now adds just so much to the game, adds lifelike visuals through advanced effects like realistic lighting, shadows, and reflections. It looks beautiful, is the long and short of it on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Setting a new standard for mobile gaming right now. And setting the standard so far today has been Team Tribe, looking absolutely phenomenal. Looking to close out the first 3 rounds in a perfect fashion if they can. But again, Seaside, we're heading into Chaos Control. It's going to be Tribe on the attack first. Cartel's going to try and find a breakthrough. There's Aerith dealt with. A few more members of the Tribe side are there. And Vig, once again, he's been my MVP so far. Vig looking so good.
100%, Tom. I think Vig has definitely been the best player inside of this game. I give him a run for money with Cartels if I was going to put them side by side. What about you, Brody?
Yeah, I tend to agree with both of you, which rarely happens. I think both of those players are phenomenal, and both of them are playing out of their minds. Again, there was just a totally different context with the fact that Vague does have quite a bit of help, and Cartels does at times feel like he's doing it by himself. But maybe that'll change. Things certainly picking up for Raph, who starts the game with 5 kills to their name. Now putting the spawn trap together. This is something we haven't seen yet here in Control. It doesn't matter if it's Chaos Control or regular Control. These spawns can still be manipulated.
Absolutely, he's got them in the spawn trap, and it's not just their normal average players, it's their pro players being put in this spawn trap right now from Raph with that KRM, putting in the work here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is looking more and more like a round over towards the side of Luminosity if they can keep this up. Raph just keeping them a bit, eventually gets dealt with. Tribe will find a way through over towards A, but there couldn't have been many of them far forward, but Vega's been alive, and he's the one causing problems.
Yeah, I think the problem there, ultimately, though, for Luminosity, right, is the fact that, yeah, despite the fact you've got Raph in the spawn dealing with the players, he hadn't got everybody in the spawn trap, and the rest of his teammates were unable to do anything successful on the point. Tribe now, a couple of ticks already starting to go through. Raph will come through for a couple of kills with the denial with the equalizers. Just a moment away. Natalka, what do you got for us? Can you stop the point? Aerith with the final frag to close out the round. And despite the heroics of Raph, was not enough to keep Tribe at bay.
As a man who backed Luminosity, I'm feeling a little silly here, Ferg. This is dominant, if anything.
You know, I would be feeling silly too, but we can't really put the blame on Raph and Cartels. They have actually been having a phenomenal performance so far. And I just seen an advanced UAV go down on the side of Tribe, so it's going to be looking even worse for Luminosity going into this second round here, Brody.
Yeah, advanced UAV, not something we generally speak see in Call of Duty Mobile Esports. And now Luminosity looking to start strong, looking to start hot. Raph and Cartels will combine for 3. They want to get A out of the way quicker. than B. Cartel's looking to make some advanced movements with the War Machine as well. Players now starting to come through from the other side, but Cartels will deal with the threat on one side of the point. I think pretty comfortably they'll manage to take A away here.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to go their way.
Oh, maybe not.
Shots coming through. No, they do eventually get a hold of it, but a couple of kills come through for Tribe. So Luminosity want to push forward there. They want to get over towards B as best they can, but they don't have their full team to do it just right now. Tribe finding a way back through. They're in a good position to defend B. You can see their team Luminosity now spawning up, trying to get themselves across the map. 2 minutes to go here. They very much have an opportunity now, though, Ferg.
They absolutely have enough time to make this happen, and it would be great to see some sort of a momentum switch here in the side of Luminosity. But with kills coming down from Bobby Plays and all of the rest of the Tribe members up and chilling on that B point, I don't know if it's going to happen, Brody.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask for here. Vague still trying to keep Luminosity at bay. A couple of kills from Cartels. Now this becomes much more one-dimensional. Error through the middle of the map. Wants to play the superhero. The Annihilator is the best possible weapon to get it done. One down, on the hunt for more now. Second player from the middle of the map. Arif is being turned and burned on here, trying to find these frags, but will hunt them down. There goes Cartels. There goes Teep. Natalka the next as well. Arif is decimating the competition.
My goodness me, Arif doing it when needed. Finds 4 to slow down Luminosity, but they have managed to find a way through here. Can they manage to get themselves around on the board? Still good defense here from the side of Tribe. With no lives in the equation, you can see Luminosity in the bottom left corner on the minimap have found themselves in not too bad of a position. They have an opportunity here. Did get that first tick through, if I believe, Brody, if my old eyes don't deceive me, but they only have 1 minute and 10 seconds to try and get back inside the point.
At least they don't have to worry about lives. That is something to consider moving forward. They do have to worry about getting some map control, though. Raph getting a few kills would most certainly help them, but he's now all on his lonesome because Bobby's popping off with the equalizers. He will find 3 kills. All the hope and dreams of some kind of control is slipping through the fingers of Luminosity. Their only hope at this point is the heroics of Cartels because he's got no help coming off the spawn.
Absolutely, and it looks like Luminosity are actually in a spawn trap similar to what we've seen last round from Raph and KRM, but it's Bobby and a teammate sitting there. It's gonna be Vincoop. Wow! This is a surprising performance here, Brody.
But Cartels is still in the conversation. Over by B point, yeah, you're trapping the rest of the teammates, but Cartels has whipped the War Machine out, he's found the frags, and now he's freed his teammates off the prison that is that spawn trap. Cartels, now advanced movement as well, popping off with the War Machine. First stick already through, but Vincoop now going to bring the Predator missile down.
He says, fine, I'll do it myself, Cartels. Finding so many in a row here to get the Luminosity squad through, and you're finding the kills if you're Raph as well. That is going to be a round to Luminosity out of absolutely nothing. Find themselves 1 apiece now, and that feels like the first blood they've really been able to deal onto the side of Team Tribe.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say pretty confidently that's the best individual we've seen from anybody so far today here, and that was Cartels, basically saving his team single-handedly with the War Machine play on the B zone, getting them out of that spawn trap and making a round victory a possibility. So 1-1 now here, Ferg.
A lone wolf performance there up until the end when Raph actually came in, helped him out. They became a dynamic duo right at the end of that round, Ton.
Really good play from them. That's what you need to do sometimes in control. Grab the ball by the horns and go from there yourself. It was a really, really good play coming out from Cartels. I'm going to need to see some more of it now, because now for them trying to push through on the defensive side. You can see Tribe now. Is that knocked the confidence out of them potentially? We've seen the big plays come through. Are the comms flowing the same way? Are they feeling as confident? They should feel confident, though, of course, in their equipment. The Samsung Galaxy S25. Absolutely phenomenal piece of kit. Up to 18% more frames, Brody. That's a lot of frames, man. That's a lot of frames.
I would love an S25 Ultra simply for all those frames, mate. It would have helped me a lot.
You hear that, Samsung? I know you're in the crowd. Brody wants the brand new phone.
Oh, dear. Absolutely would love to. Well, Vague right now is on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and he's popping off with the equalizers. Is going to get shut down, but that advanced positioning is creating space for a Tribe to make the B capture happen. And I don't think Luminosity have quite realized that it's a lost cause trying to save it. They now need to very quickly scamper over towards A.
That's absolutely what they need to do. And with Raph using the KRM, he might go up into that spawn trap position that we've seen here. In another round, he picks up, again, a future kill. Ton, do you think that Luminosity have a chance here to make something happen in this final round?
If Raph is playing like this, they absolutely do have a chance. Forcing them away as quickly as they can. See Tribe now really pushed back into their spawn. They're trying to start the spawn trap here, Brody. My goodness, Raph, what's going on? They're two not quite able to find the third, but Cartels is there to pick up his teammate Scraps.
Yeah, that's a lot of kills coming through from Luminosity. Just said Cartels isn't quite done yet. He's basically blocking off an entire point of contention for Luminosity. And there isn't a great deal of time left in this round for Team Tribe, so they have to very quickly deal with Cartels, get themselves on the point and start getting contesting. Cartels continuing to be an issue though. A couple more kills coming through. Aerith going to use the Annihilator to take that advanced UAV out of the sky, and now wants to be the hero once more.
And it is first to two here, folks, so there is a massive opportunity for Luminosity to take something away. 36 seconds, all they need to do. That's all the defense they need to bring in. And this is looking eventually like a win for Luminosity.
I'm hoping not, Ton, but I know you absolutely love this team, and they are getting the cooking session going here. Big finally is able to take down Raph. He was almost able to put them in the spawn trap. Cartels comes in with the War Machine and picks off 3 of them. Can he get the 4th and hold them in that spawn point? It's yet to be seen as more shots going down. He picks off Bobby Plays. Can he get another, Brody?
More kills coming through here, just 10 seconds remaining. He is just continuing on this absolute spree. 5 seconds, and that frankly is not enough time for Team Tribe to get towards the point. Team Luminosity are on the board.
We've got to give it up for Team Luminosity. Fist bumps all around. Sensational performance from them to get themselves a map on the board here in round number 3. They may well not have an advantage heading into that grand final, but they're showing up at this moment in time much better.
Absolutely. I'm more than happy to see them do something. We were a little bit concerned about their performance so far, but with TP, Natalka, and of course Duncan stepping up a little bit more in that match, along with Cartels and Raph's performance, Brody. I mean, Raph with the shotgun, Cartels with the War Machine in every single point so far. They have been looking stunning.
Yeah, it's worth saying, right, the one control round Tribe were able to take away, that was in spite of the heroics from Raph, right? That spawn trap that we saw. It wasn't enough to keep Team Tribe away from the point. But as we got into round number 2, it was another massive heroical moment, but I think it was Cartels late in the round to try and keep things going. You rightly noted, Ferg, that Raph also got involved in the action, and it was that duo-ship between the two players that managed to win that round. And yeah, again, this is the strength of how these rosters are built, right? You need your pro players to step things up and clutch up when required. They did exactly that, round after round after round in the Seaside. You love to see it. This is the start of a phenomenal comeback from Luminosity.
Absolutely, and it seems like the vibes are high for Luminosity right there, as we've seen from that camera angle. Both the pros and all of the other players giving themselves the fist bumps, but jeepers, look at that scoreboard. Oh my, Cartels with 37 kills and Raph following him with 33.
Okay, listen, I know I said we're not going to be negative Nancy's here on the casting desk. With that said, that is 2014 Call of Duty World Champion Teep with a donut. 0-17.
He's there for moral support.
He is that
blaring
cheerleader
out
right
the comms.
now.
He's played this map before. He knows what's going on. Giving out the comms, letting everybody know when to make the pushes. I think Teep might have actually been the MVP there.
You think?
You just couldn't tell.
Just the mental game is what Teep was bringing it. I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters who got it done. Team Luminosity did get it done, and now they tie that round up at 1-1, which means we are going to see our first game 3, of the day. Really excited to finally get a competitive game on our hands.
Yeah, it's been difficult. It's a shame that they're only just turning up now in the control as well, Ferg. But is this going to give them more confidence heading into that grand final? It surely has to.
Absolutely. I mean, you see the kills that Cartels and Raph put on the board. They had double of the #1 player in Tribe's team before that game, Brody.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's actually wild just how much phenomenal performance we saw our players there in that game for Team Luminosity. The usual suspects from Team Tribe were the ones turning up, and even that wasn't enough. I think just on the whole, it does give me a glimmer of hope here that there is actually some competitiveness in Luminosity. It's taken a while, I think, for Cartels and Raph to get up to their final form. They are here now. And again, a reminder that regardless of what happens here in this round, we have a grand final coming up relatively shortly, where we're going to see both of these teams go head-to-head. The slate is pretty much wiped clean. We have a 1-0 advantage going to the team, but we know now is going to be Team Tribe. But beyond that, it's still all to play for.
Absolutely, and I think even though Tribe already are going to have that match count over Luminosity in the grand finals, this momentum that Luminosity are taking away from Tribe Ton could be detrimental to Tribe's success in that grand final.
Potentially. It could really throw It's a very British saying. I say a cat amongst the pigeons.
Is that a British thing?
Yeah, I feel like it is. It's definitely not North American.
I was going to say a spanner in the works, Brody.
I would actually go more a spanner, but that might be the fact that I've spent too many years with too many Americans. I think that might be
potentially
the thing.
Well, I tell you one thing that we haven't spent much time on in any competitive Call of Duty, and that is Nuketown. But we get to go there now for Game 3 in round number 3 between these two teams. Chaos Control on Nuketown. I don't even know where the points are, Brody. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is the very definition of chaos control because it's Nuketown, baby. Everyone loves the map in any given setting. It's time to see it in one of the most important settings of all. It's time for a good old competitive game of Call of Duty Mobile. And Team Luminosity are fighting for their first round victory today.
Absolutely. And if you're wondering why the map looks so good, it's because these players are all on the Samsung S25 Ultra, and it has a 40% increase in ray tracing performance ton. Just look at this gameplay. Outstanding.
You can see it. Look how clean it looks. Look how smooth it looks. Shout out to Samsung. What a product they have made here, and you can see already how effectively the players are using it. Raph up close and personal here for the side of Luminosity. They want to try and get something going. Already a really good start from them, but eventually Tribe will be able to find some kills here, stabilize their defense. 2 ticks already over towards the A point, though, for the side of Luminosity.
It's a slow but steady progression for Luminosity here. They're feeling much more confident. You can really feel like the victory they attained in the last game has given them a massive boost in the confidence department, and it's showing out in the gameplay right now. But things will stabilize somewhat. First tick over by B will be denied, and 2 ticks already earned over by A. And now Luminosity are fighting to get out of their house, but the kill feed being dominated right now by Team Tribe. Raph trying to get something done, and he is going to get shut down. There's not a lot going positively right now for Team Luminosity.
Cartels needing to stay alive there, though, Ferg. You don't want to get spawn trapped on Nuketown. We know how effective it can be, and when Vague's finding kills like that, this is a dangerous spot now for the side of Luminosity, but it looks like Raph and Cartels have got them out of jail.
Absolutely. Raph there with the 2-piece inside of guards to get control of the map yet again. Another kill, or another elim comes in the way of Raph. Going over to their spawn now. It seems like he spotted another Bobby gets dropped as well. Can he take out Veg here from behind? The team trade comes through, and Raph is looking amazing here as he 360s Aerith, Brody.
Yeah, incredible plays from Raph, and he is not stopping anytime soon. A reminder, folks, the clock does stop when players are trying to capture the point. At clock 17 seconds, that allows them to get that capture through and extend the clock by the extra 60 seconds you get for capturing one of the 2 zones. Now the B capture starting to come through. Cartels will get shut down, but Luminosity still have some form of map control. Play hard taking Teep out is going to make things more difficult. Raph runs straight into 3 or 4 players from Team Tribe and gets shut out. And now I think slowly but surely, Luminosity are being bullied back into their spawn.
I mean, it's just the difference. Back and forth we go. We see the War Machine now starting to come in. It's really about how well these operators are being used. In Aerith, finding 2 there with the Annihilator. She'll keep it going as well. Staying alive, Vague will help her out. This is where the kills start to come through for Tribe. And this is really bad news from Luminosity now.
It is. They've been turned into a spawn trapping machine here. Kills are just coming in the way of Tribe more and more. There goes a Hunter Killer 2-piece from Aerith. She's able to get another one off that one as well. Unfortunately going to fall in the end, but we've still got other players on the team side of Tribe. Being Bobby plays inside the house, he gets taken down as well. Maybe Luminosity have a little bit more gas in the fuel tank.
Yeah, so there's 15 seconds left now, and I think part of the problem here is that Luminosity are being forced to use their operators to actually escape the spawn point. There's now the equalizers for Raph. He's going to get shut down. That's a really well-placed nade from Bobby Plays here. Natalka, what can they do towards the point? A double kill coming through from Natalka. That's what you love to see. Luminosity still within a chance here. 5 seconds left, though. Natalka's running the wrong way. You need to get yourself onto the point, mate. As Vague now finds a couple of kills. A nice nade from Aerith. Natalka, the last hope from Team Luminosity. And that is a round here to Team Tribe.
Really well played. It just came down to the effectiveness of those operators in finding the kills at the right time. They forced them back, and Tribe now 1-0 up in this map number 3 of round number 3. Is there an opportunity here for Luminosity or not?
I'm not sure, you know, Ton, because if you look on the scoreboard, you can see Veg already has 21, and Aerith shortly behind him with 16 elims so far. And if you compare that to Luminosity, they just don't seem to have anything in the tank on.
Bobby finding 3 in the middle of the map though, Brody, trying to open things up here for Tribe, who want to try and find an attack. It just seems very difficult to be able to push past that halfway point and then actually get control. You can see as the defensive team, they can push further and force the spawn trap, but for the attacking team, you've got to kind of sit back and capture the point.
Yeah, it really has to be said that I think, you know, these opening engagements here on Nuketown Control is everything, right? If you can win the opening engagements, it's huge. Now play hard using that map control for a force of good for his team. Trying to get some control. Up top will get shut down by Raph though. Wasn't able to locate any more players here. And slowly but surely, Team Tribe are starting to traverse the map, starting to get some control here. Cartels of the double. Aerith not able to finish her food, so having to look in a totally different direction for the kills here. Still in the hunt for Raph, and finally will take Raph down. That's a big kill to make here as Team Tribe now fighting for control.
Absolutely. I thought Aerith was going to get turned on there, but luckily she had that RC card to get the elim in. But she's going to fall up on top of the window spot. But the spawn trap is still coming in on the side of Luminosity as one of the players do end up falling. Seems that they still have control of the map inside of the middle, though, Ton.
Trying their best, aren't they? Finding the kills, they're pushing them back. 27 seconds to go. And if you're Tribe, you haven't really grabbed much. Duncan actually getting himself a streak here. Obviously having a good time on Nuketown. It's feeling a little bit easier for Luminosity to maybe bring themselves back into this one. Looking like they're going to as well. Tribe trying to close this one out 2-0. Are they able to force their way forward to even capture anything? Last round we've seen Luminosity do in the last seconds. Tribe are going to have to do the same.
Absolutely, and if you look at the scoreboard again, as I brought it up earlier, it seems like Veg has only got 5 elims in this round. He got 21 in the round before, Brody. So a disappointing performance from Veg right there going into the 3rd and final round of this Nuketown Chaos Control.
Yeah, when one of your key players slows up a little bit, I think the entire game will slow up a little bit. So Team Tribe letting a round slip through their fingers. That means, folks, that we go to one final round of Chaos Control to decide who will take this round away. And I already mentioned it, these opening gunfights are everything. That is a very blue kill feed coming through, and the only hope for Luminosity is a double from Cartel to the War Machine. How many times have we seen that today? And even that is not enough.
Absolutely not enough, as it seems like Tribe have a little bit more chemistry, and Luminosity are kind of relying more so on Cartels and Raph, Ton.
Well, I mean, those are the guys you want to rely on, right? Those players. Phenomenal at Call of Duty Mobile. They're making it look easy right now. You can see Tribe are starting to find a few kills, though. Finding their way out. Luminosity doing a good job as well, but the kills starting to come through on the right side if you're a Tribe Gaming fan, and it looks like they may be able to get something going over towards this A side. They get a hold of it, and now an opportunity to try and close out the game here, Brody.
Yep, looking to get it done. Second tick about to come through here for Team Tribe. We need some heroics from Raph. Not able to get it done with the KRM. On the other side, Bobby Plays is clearing a lot of space, but the players actually going to jump off the point here for the moment. Tribe trying to press the issue by getting towards the spawn, and now they're back towards the point, Ton. This looks like it could be it.
This should be it now. It looks like Tribe are going to close out round number 3. Can he stay alive? No, he cannot. The kill's starting to come on through. Everybody else from Tribe trying to get themselves inside the point. Aerith trying to hold them back. Only a few seconds to go. They need to get on the point. They're just farming them off the spawn. Here comes the Annihilator. Everyone can have it. Finds 2. Another one will come on through as well. That should be the big capture in, and that is round number 3 going towards Tribe.
Yep, brilliant performance from Team Tribe. And I want to give a shout out to Team Luminosity because that was a much better round of Call of Duty Mobile from them across all 3 maps of Chaos Control. They played well. They played competitively with Team Tribe. But in the end, Team Tribe, overwhelming as they are, managing to clutch up.
Absolutely. I'm more than happy about that performance from Team Tribe there, but I got to give a shout out to Luminosity. They have been making a little bit more of a statement as opposed to the first 2 game modes that we have played. And as you can see, somebody in the audience is super hyped up right now. I actually seen him vote for Team Tribe earlier on the poster that we allowed any audience member to vote for inside of the Hibernia Arena, I guess? The bank? That we're currently
it used to be an old bank, yes. It's a very, very old bank, and that's where we are. It's a beautiful, beautiful venue for this kind of thing. The architecture and everything, it's been a crazy time in San Francisco, and it's been a great time if you're Team Tribe. Let's have a look back here on Nuketown to see how they got the job done. It was a much closer game, though, and just a much closer mode between these two, Brody. You've already alluded to it.
Yep.
Sensational work for Luminosity to bring it back in, and that's given me hope for the grand final to see if they can get something done.
Yeah, I think it's the nature, right, of having an offense and a defense, having an objective that you kind of need to play for on the offense. When you cannot just outslay your oppositions, you cannot just rely on eliminations to win the game. And I think right here we're seeing what happens when that is not the case. Of course, we'll talk about how that will affect Search and Destroy later on in the grand final. But Luminosity certainly a lot better. Of course, the usual suspects in Cartels and Wrath are the ones that played out of their minds, but it just wasn't enough time.
Sensational stuff from Team Tribe. I'm betting that they are pretty happy. They're on the stage now with Lottie for an interview.
Thank you so much, fellas. Well, on the stage right now, I have two legends, but in different parts of Call of Duty. One on mobile, one on console. I got Bobby Plays and Teep. I'm going to come over to the console side. No offense, Bobby. Just, you know, where I know. True to my heart. Teep, so good to see you, man. I mean, a Call of Duty world champion, pro 7 years, but when it comes to mobile gaming, it's a different beast, isn't it? How are you finding it?
It's difficult so far. These guys obviously know what they're doing out there. I'm still trying to figure out the classes, how to aim it all, and these guys are putting a lot of pressure. So a bit of a struggle for us so far, a couple close moments, but these guys are beasts.
Yeah, they certainly are indeed, and it's lovely to see you trying out something new. I know it is difficult. I've tried it myself. Bobby, now your team are kind of cleaning up things over here on this side of the stage, looking pretty good. How did you find playing against a former Call of Duty professional, but on console?
He's definitely got the moves. Obviously, it's a little bit different playing on a touchscreen as compared to a controller, but I would say they've done a good job adjusting. I'm curious to see what they can do in the grand finals because it seems like they're improving.
Indeed, and obviously Search and Destroy can be a little tricky. You basically don't get a respawn. It's a one and done, so if you get there first, it obviously plays to your advantage. Bobby, how are you feeling about the team right now? I spoke to Aerith earlier. She's feeling very confident. You guys are looking awfully good. You know, how are you feeling about the grand finals?
I'm feeling pretty confident. To be honest, I'm not even sure that as a mobile player, I'm the third best player on the team. So I'm feeling pretty good about the way my teammates are playing.
Love to hear that. And Deep, obviously, playing on a wonderful device, the brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. How are you feeling that?
I'm honestly surprised on how smooth and solid it feels. Obviously, I'm still trying to pick it up, not really native to mobile devices, but the fact that we're able to pick this up so quickly, the frame rate's beautiful, graphics are awesome. It's playing great, but we got to work out playing against these guys. So.
Indeed, I gotta say, it's definitely not on the device. That one has to come from inside you guys and the belief system that you're gonna have to pull out of the bag here. Fellas, last words. Anything you want to say to your rival teammate?
Best of luck and congratulations on second place.
Oh, Teep.
I'm going to pull out a shotgun and figure something out here. We'll figure it out.
Love to hear it. Thank you so much, lads. Get back to your chairs. We're going to see you in just a moment for the grand finals. Now, I am trying to find out where this young man Ferg is. I don't know if you guys have heard of Ferg, but he's a pretty big deal in the mobile gaming community. Ferg, how are you enjoying your casting journey so far?
I mean, it's a first for me. I've never done something like this, and it has been great seeing all these players perform and really give it their all, especially Teep. He didn't perform as well as I kind of expected him to, because I remember watching him back in 2014 when he was a world champion on Call of Duty Ghosts. But I'm actually up here, not to talk about the gameplay, but to tell you about a few surprises that I've got planned, Lottie.
Surprises, you say, Ferg. What have you got for us?
Well, I've been so inspired by this competitive gameplay, and I've teamed up with Samsung. We've decided we're going to be picking some audience members to give some prizes to today.
I love to hear it. I know you guys love to hear it, right? Yeah, okay, we're getting excited. So what do you have up your sleeve for us?
All right, so some of you here in the audience were invited through social media by members of Team Galaxy, our players, myself, and were entered into this exclusive raffle. Our first 3 winners will all be taking home JBL Quantum 1 headsets. So, Lottie, without further ado, let's get this raffle underway.
Here we go, let's see who I pick out. Little shuffle, little shuffle. I think I've got 3, yes I do, okay. Oh, big numbers here, big numbers, folks. If you're a big number, you're in luck. 137, 137. Oh, a big papa. 94, number 94. And lastly, oh, this is an angel number, 111, 111. Yeah,
let's
111
go.
in the bag. Congratulations, guys. Our team is standing by right now with your headsets, so make sure you give them a wave, go find them. You're going to grab that incredible prize. Ferg, wow, the hype is real. I love it.
It is. It's the first time I've seen this inside of an event like this, but that is not all.
What?
One more winner from this bowl will become the proud owner of a brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. That's right. Same as all these players are competing on the game today.
What do
Are
you
you
want
ready?
you? I'm so ready.
Will I let you do it, or do I get the honors?
You get the honors.
Oh,
Go
yeah, that's
on.
what I'm talking about.
You get the honors. Who have you got?
Whew. The person winning this Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is number 82.
82? 82?
He got it straight away. Come on here.
Congratulations. Come up on the stage.
Up on the stage.
Come on the stage. On the stage. Come on. Yeah.
Listen, this is what the phone looks like. I can't give you this exact one, but I mean, come on, take a little peek.
Do you like it?
What
do
are we
you think?
thinking?
It's okay, don't worry.
Can we get a read? Oh, you're
yeah.
going to take a selfie?
Let's
Let's
get
do
a
it.
selfie.
Come on, a little bit more. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations.
Hey.
Congratulations, number 82. That phone will actually be shipped to your home address. I'll take that one back, 82, though.
Yeah, you can't take that one. You're going to get a whole brand new,
They
fully
said
boxed.
not yet.
It's going to be fresh. It's going to have that new box smell. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
wonderful.
And you'll be able to take off the screen protector. It'll be super smooth like butter, just like the gaming performance. 40% extra ray tracing performance and 18% better FPS than the last generation.
You can't beat that, Ferg. That is just
Really can't.
absolutely stunning. So congratulations to all of our winners. And thank you, Ferg, for bringing the goods. You're like the Santa Claus of mobile gaming. So thank you so much for that. Absolutely gorgeous stuff.
I mean, it's my pleasure, and of course, everyone that won prizes is welcome. I couldn't have done it without Team Galaxy as well, but I have to say something else.
What?
I have another surprise, Lottie.
Another one?
I do have another one. I've also organized a very special Team Galaxy surprise match, which will be taking place on this very stage with the same S25 Ultra that you have just seen me take a selfie with, 82. Also, it's going to feature some of the best FPS streamers out there in the world, including some retired professionals. So this should be a nail-biter, Lottie.
This certainly should be indeed. More surprises. How exciting. You love to see it. You're just full of them, Ferg, honestly. And I can see that actually our players are going to be starting to prepare themselves right now behind us for this face-off. I think they're going to need another minute to get ready because right now the chairs are a little bit empty. So what about another chance for someone else to win a prize?
You know what? How about some trivia?
Okay.
Let's bring out Koji, Chris, and Bella Hugh to the stage. These three Team Galaxy players have been on the sidelines so far today, but from now, what I can tell, they want into the competitive action.
Welcome, guys, and welcome to some trivia. Hold on, we're getting our last member on stage. Now, I can see you've got your boards ready, but I do feel like you might need a little bit of help from the audience. So let's partner you up. Who fancies coming up here and helping these guys out? Any hands? Anybody want to come up?
Make
Yes,
some
sir?
noise if you want to come up.
Absolutely. Anyone else? We need two more. Two more. Yep, you in the back. Come on. Yep, come on.
Come on,
There we
up to
go.
the stage.
Fantastic.
It looks like we're almost ready to get this show on the road for the trivia, but I've got to head back to the desk to prep for this exact show match. So, Lottie, take it away.
Gladly will do. Thank you so much, folks. See you later on. All right, partners. Very simple. It is going to be trivia. It's multiple choice out of A, B, or C. Write down the letter on your whiteboard, and at 3, reveal it to me. We'll tally up with my wonderful producers in the back because maths isn't my strong suit. So, without further ado, question number 1. What is the exact name of the Samsung Galaxy device that the players are competing on today? Is it A, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra? Is it B, Samsung S25 Max? Or C, Galaxy S2000 Ultimate? I'll tell you in 3 to turn it around. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. I can in fact reveal it is A, and well done. Well done, guys. I would have been just a little disappointed if we didn't get that one. Just a little bit. All right, number 2. During what year did Cartels and AORAF join their current professional COD mobile team, Team Mayhem? Is it A, 2022, B, 2023, or C, 2024? We need some thinking music over this, guys. We need a jingle. All right, get your answers down. And in 3, 2, 1. It is, in fact, B, 2023. Wow, guys, this is crazy. Okay, number 3, some lore for you. What is Ghost's real name? Is it A, Riley Mason, B, Gordon Riley, or C, Simon Riley? Couple more seconds. All ready? In 3, 2, 1. It is in fact C, Simon Riley. Wow, a big last minute decision from these guys over here. That was huge. Okay, so I believe we actually need to go to a little bit of a tiebreaker here because we have 2 of you guys at the end. So, I'm sorry, middle team. I'm so sorry, middle team. That one just let you down, just a touch, but tiebreaker now for the win. Okay, what date did Ferg's first COD mobile video go live on his YouTube channel? We need the date, the closest wins. We need month, day, and year. What date did Ferg's first COD mobile video go live on his YouTube channel? COD mobile specific. So write a date, month, day, and year. Yeah, month, day, and year. The closest will win this. Okay, couple more seconds. We've got to get something down. Just go for it. Ready? Have you got something down? Yeah, so day, month, year. Yep. Okay. Are we ready? Yeah, he's got something. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, turn your boards around. All right, 8th of July, 2018, and 12th of January, 2021. I can reveal the date was May 18th, 2019. Coach, you wins. That's you guys. Yes. That's the pop-off. That is the pop-off. We want to see congratulations. You guys have just won your own Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. Thank you so much to everybody for taking part in that trivia. Congratulations, guys. Incredible stuff. And while everyone's celebrating on the stage, because we love to see that, Berg's Team Galaxy surprise match is heading our way in just a moment. So let's move on back over to our casters. Boys, it's incredible up here.
Thank you so much, Slotty. That is absolutely awesome to see. I just love the audience and how wonderful they are. And thank you, Ferg, for bringing all the twists and turns to today's tournament. Just yet another fun one coming up.
I mean, I'm happy to do it. It's been my pleasure to be here and take part in this great event put on by Samsung themselves. So it feels like we're taking things to the next level, just like the Samsung S25 Ultra. Ton?
It very much is, isn't it? I mean, look, we have an impressive show match coming up in a second, but do not forget, after this surprise match, we still have the grand final of the Greatest Rivalry, so make sure you do stick about. But in the meantime, let's take a look at who will be competing in the Team Galaxy surprise match. We have the Luminosity Wildcards against the Tribe Wildcards. The Luminosity Wildcards consist of Natalka, Duncan, who we've already seen, Mary Soldier, Guerrero, and Fredo. I mean, look, that is a really, really good roster there, buddy.
Yeah, phenomenal roster. And on the other side, then, we have the Tribe Wildcards. Of course, you guys already know about Vincoop and Playhard, but joining them for this matchup will be Tayo, Shufei, and Pandarina. Now, these teams will be playing a 10-minute team deathmatch in an effort to gain the most eliminations during the time frame. So it's more or less the same as what you saw earlier on today, but with more kills required and a longer game. There's nowhere to hide in a mode like this. It is a grind of skill and focus.
Absolutely, and it looks like we're getting the game close to underway here. As you can see all of the contestants on your screen currently. Some of these people are the biggest names, not only in mobile gaming, but in just gaming themselves. And others are lifestyle creators, Ton.
Well, let's see what they're going to be able to do on Hacienda TDM. That's what we're going to be heading into. I said it is going to be a full 10-minute game. Whoever gets the most eliminations wins. Simple as that. Yeah, simple as that in TDM.
Just get some practice. Just get some eliminations. That's all you got to do. And now I know that we wouldn't do that in this setting, and these content creators would certainly be a lot better at Call of Duty Mobile than we would. But okay, two out of 3 of us are the best.
No way, bro.
Ferg would probably get like at least 2. At least 2?
All right, I'm not in my prime anymore, but it's coming back soon.
It is coming back soon. Well, maybe they will need you, because I'm curious, right? I mean, how is this match going to go for these guys, right? Some of them will be familiar with Call of Duty Mobile. Some of them will be familiar with the game and be good at it. Who is going to step up to the plate and perform?
I think it's really hard to say, isn't it? When we get into these kind of things, it's very difficult to lean one way. I mean, I would imagine that iFerg will go for Tribe, whatever happens, which is basically...
You know what? Because you said that, I'm going Team Luminosity Wildcard. Just for that. What about you, Brody?
You know, I think I might going to go Team Luminosity as well.
Yeah.
Just to throw a curve.
All right,
Tom.
And then Tom will never...
Are you going Tribe?
Tribe and be wrong.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll see.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's very difficult to guess, isn't it? Because, again, we don't know too much about what to expect from this game. Obviously, what we've learned so far today is that the pro players have been the ones performing, which is not a surprise. So when you take those pro players away, when you add more content creators from Team Galaxy into the mix, what happens? And ultimately, we will say this is a relatively simplistic setting for these guys to play on. It is just Team Deathmatch, ultimately, and it is one of the best maps in Call of Duty ever made in Hacienda. So, all to play for here to decide who is going to be the best team in the Team Galaxy surprise match. We're going to one of the best maps ever made to decide it in Hacienda. I cannot wait for this one, Ton.
Here we
All
go.
that's left to say is let's get into this game. I'm curious about Hacienda Team Deathmatch because I've never actually personally seen it being played inside of the competitive esport map pool, Ton.
I mean, look, we haven't had TDM ever. I'm a big advocate of TDM, though. I think, bring the casual audience in.
You've been trying to get it for me, mate.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it. You're not having it, though. You're not seeing my point. But we will get it. We'll get it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a fair point as well. But let's see how it's going to go between the Luminosity wildcards and the Tribe wildcards. It is a full 10-minute game. If we do get to 200 kills, I'll be astonished.
Yeah, I mean, that would be quite the achievement. I don't want to work out the mathematics on that, but I would imagine that would have to be quite a large amount of kills in a very short space of time. So I doubt we will hit the cap, and I do think we're probably going to see the full 10 minutes of gameplay here. But it is worth saying that because of the fact that we see 10 minutes of gameplay, if we do have one team that is significantly better than the other one, we're probably going to see a large gap between the two teams pretty darn quickly. But right now, it doesn't feel like that's the case. It feels like these teams are trading frags back and forth here. Just a 2-point differential at this stage of the game.
Well, I worked out the maths for you, Brody. It would have to be 20 kills a minute, mate. So, we figured that out.
That was actually pretty good for you.
That was pretty good. Well, you divide 200 by 10, so it's
no,
not
I'm just
necessarily...
genuinely impressed that you worked it out.
Well, you didn't work it out, and I had to do it.
No, I am. It wasn't even sarcasm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
It was a genuine impressment. Impressment? That's not the word.
Impressment.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now, just a 2-kill differential between these two teams. Ferg, I mean, what do we need to see from these teams to step things up a little bit moving forward?
I'm not sure what we need to see in the gameplay, but I'm just happy I get to see some more mythics being used and showcased with the brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. I mean, look at that brand new USS9 being used there, Brody.
Yeah, one of the weapons I think recently come into the competitive meta, right? So seeing it in the Mythic, as you said, with all the wonderful effects that the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra has to offer as well, you couldn't ask for much better than that, could you? Whether or not that'll be enough to actually help these guys get the frags, though, is a different story entirely. And I tell you what, Ton, one thing I'm very happy to see here is a super competitive matchup. There's not a lot to split the difference between these two teams at the moment.
There was literally only 2 kills. Make it now 3. Think of finding a couple themselves, and here you go. Right, this is a little bit more like it from the Tribe wildcards. Starting to string those kills together. I think what's so important as well, finding those streaks specifically in TDM makes a massive, massive difference. Did you know I started my competitive career playing TDM?
Did you?
Very first, yeah, way back.
Is this why you're advocating?
This was back in 1963, as some would like to maybe make a joke. No, this was obviously way back. TDM was the very first, and it was a lot slower than this. We're seeing some big gameplay coming out here for Entire, finding a few in a row now. This is a little bit more like it.
I'd love to hear more stories about those TDM days.
Those days, yes.
We'll talk about those later today. Right now, we're talking about a massive differential. We were talking about a really competitive game early on in this one, but now we have a massive differential between these two teams. A 12-point differential with 3 minutes gone. It really feels like right now Tribe are starting to walk away with this game.
Wouldn't be the first time they've done it today, Brody. We've seen it in the other competitive matches with the actual teams going head-to-head. I would actually say that this one's arguably been a little bit more competitive than those, outside of course, Control, because that could have gone either way, Ton.
Really could have. It was a close one. But with 6.5 minutes yet to go here, Tribe are the ones in control of this game. It's about a 16-point difference. Can they continue to find these eliminations? Looking at who's really doing the job for them. Something like Vicup, the one finding the kills. On the other side of things, though, it has been a bit of a struggle. Everyone kind of sharing the load, but 18 to his name so far. Really, really solid stuff from the Tribe Wildcards player.
Absolutely, and I feel like it's all down to Vincup. Player that we've seen earlier in the other competitive matches, he was popping off, Brody, and he's still doing it right now. 22 eliminations on the board, along with an Purifier and full streaks.
Yeah, the Purifier is definitely going to be helpful as well. Still got quite a lot of gas in the chamber, as it were, looking to cook some Luminosity wildcard players. He's on the hunt now. He is cooking on gas with the Purifier. Vincup just continues to burn through the opposition. Will finally get shut down. A posthumous kill on towards Guerrero will continue to add to the tally here, as now Tribe Ton are over the 50 kill mark.
That Purifier is not reminding me, though, of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. I know you had that lined up, Ferg. I know we did. But with upgraded heat management and battery life, you can enjoy gaming without disruption for as long as you like. It's not just about playing anymore, though, Ferg. It's about becoming part of that world.
Absolutely. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is a sublime phone. Brody, do you think they could possibly reach 200 kills or not?
Well, mathematically, as Tun would say, mathematically, with 5 minutes remaining and only 58 of the 200 frags, I don't think it's necessarily possible at this point. Where are we at now?
We would have to see about 30 kills a minute, Brody.
30 kills a minute. All right, cool. We've gone up in phase. And to be fair, if Vincup gets another Purifier and starts tearing up the map like he has previously, hey, I'm not going to rule it out. I will say, though, with 4.5 minutes left on the clock here, Tun.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Vincup almost has 50% of his team's kills. But speaking of percentages, I mean, 40% extra ray tracing performance from the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. What are we saying about that, Ton?
I mean, it's not surprising with how good this phone is. This enhancement yields stunning lifelike visuals through advanced effects like realistic lighting, shadows, and reflections, setting a new standard. The standard is being really set out, though, from the side of Tribe Wildcards right now. It is a dominant lead. And I was about to say before, Brody, it's kind of remained around the same difference, but starting to extend out a little bit now. It's about a 25-point difference.
Yeah, it feels like you kind of see these short bursts of energy from Tribe Wildcards, right, where they accentuate the difference between these two teams, and then you have these moments where they are going neck and neck, back and forth. And I think if I'm Luminosity Wildcards, I need to find a way to close that gap sooner rather than later. Use your operators, garner some score streaks to get back into this game. That is a wave of gunfights that do go in favor of Luminosity. So helping somewhat to close that gap. But again, there's only 3.5 minutes on the clock here, folks. Not a lot of time to get it done.
Absolutely not a lot of time, and I feel like Tribe could take this away, and maybe Tun will actually get his first correct guess when it comes to these predictions.
I feel like I've been on the short end of the strike on this one with Tribe Wildcards. Still with that lead, Luminosity starting to close this one back. Okay, it's now down to around 20. It was 30 not too long ago. Let's see if they can continue to do some good work here, but here we go. Tayo bringing out the Annihilator, trying to find the shots. There's another one coming through, and oh my word, it's really about these operators. The Annihilator doing the job it's supposed to.
It's 3 kills for Tayo with the Annihilator. Now looking to continue on with the BP-50. Yet another powerful weapon will actually find more. And this is one of those moments in which we're seeing Tribe Wildcards step up to the plate and absolutely burst through Luminosity Wildcards. Again, the differential between these two teams continues to grow. And I will say, we've been a fan of a lot of numbers right now. 22 kills for Tayo. But another number I'm a fan of is the fact that we've got an up to 18% increase in performance of FPS with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, minimizing that CPU and GPU load.
Absolutely, and we can definitely see it with those Mythic skins. I believe a couple of players are still on the old meta using the BP-50 instead of the USS-9, but the skins look good nonetheless, Ton.
Looking fantastic, as are the chances for the side of Tribe Wildcards here. It's a really healthy lead. They've kept that up. And the kills are continuing to flow, and it really has been Vincup, hasn't it? He's been the one that is doing the job for the team. 38 of the 98 on his squad. And we are seeing so Many eliminations flying on through. They're about to break the 100-point mark, Brody. Do you think you could do the maths on how many more they need to get to 200? Do you think you can figure that out?
101 frags specifically.
Well
I don't know how many per minute though. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as that. What I will say right now, Winky once again has the Purifier, so if anybody's going to up the ante, it will be them. Finally going to get shut down though. Again, the damage has been done. The amount of frags they've managed to accrue with that operator has been detrimental to Luminosity wildcards in this game so far. Just over 80 seconds left on the clock here for Luminosity to pull a miracle out of their behind. And I don't know if they're going to do it here, Ferg.
I don't know if it's even possible right now. Only a minute and 9 seconds left in the clock, especially when you have players like Vincup on the Tribe Wildcards team. He's actually in the roster of the main competitive team here for today's tournament, and he has been popping off in both sides of the Play Galaxy Cup, Ton.
He's been doing well. Needs to bring this again for them in the final, or that's going to be coming up. But we got 50 more seconds of gameplay here on Hacienda TDM. The difference now, well, it kind of has remained around the 20-30 mark for quite some time. Try wildcards, though, with that advantage, Brody. 35 seconds to go.
Absolutely. I think it's interesting to say that these players, a lot of them haven't even touched Call of Duty Mobile before or even played mobile games because of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and mobile being so easy to just pick up and play on the fly.
Accessible.
All of them are having a ton of fun, Brody.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it does also help that Call of Duty Mobile is one of the most fun games to ever exist. So
It's the funnest.
It is
the best mobile game of all time, Brody. Just say it.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to go that far, but you know what? I will go that far.
Go that far.
10 seconds left in this game for Tribe Wildcards to walk away with the victory, and I'm going to go ahead and say I think they have done it. Phenomenal performance from Tribe Wildcards as they are the winners of the Team Galaxy surprise match.
Sensational work from them. Try wildcards. Get the job done. Everyone happy with their performances there. They take the win in the Team Galaxy surprise match. I mean, sensational work from them all the way through. It was pretty much dominant from the get-go. I don't think they were ever behind Brody, but as mentioned, it did kind of stay at that same difference all the way through. Luminosity really trying to get themselves back into that one, but could not quite close that gap. Outside of the stage, has not seen too many wins this afternoon, Brody.
Yeah, man, you really thought that was going to be the moment where Team Luminosity were able to come out on top, but Tribe, even in the wildcard matchup, even in a surprise match, were able to get it done. But both teams left it all out on the virtual field there with the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra in hand. It has given them an indisputable win here today.
Brilliant work from the Tribe wildcards there. Anything stand out? Anybody stand out? I think this is an easy question to answer.
Oh, of course. I mean, Vincup. And obviously, I'm going to say Teo as well. He was doing work, as you can see, with the Annihilator. He actually ended up getting a couple of more frags here towards the other side of that life of his. But great game from everyone involved. And like I said, you can hop on COD Mobile right now. You just go down into the description below of this live stream. Download the game today. And if you want to have a chance of getting a Samsung, you can just look it up online and see if you want to pick up the S25 Samsung Galaxy Ultra.
Yeah, I mean, I've long since said that Call of Duty Mobile is just one of the most fun games. So, yeah, it's one of the most fun games to commentate. It's one of the most fun games to play. So you guys should definitely give it a shot. With that said, a look over towards the final scoreboards here. Vincup, 46 frags to his name. We're not getting a chance really to highlight him during the main matchups. We will get a chance here, Ton, playing out of his mind.
Well, let's check back in now with Lottie, who's standing by with one of our winners.
Thank you so much, fellas. Congratulations, Tribe Wildcards. All right, guys, give it up for Tribe Wildcards, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have to ask you how it felt to be on a main stage, competing, doing it in front of a crowd. Is this the first time you've ever done anything like that?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
How did it feel? Were you nervous?
Pretty much, yeah, really nervous.
Hey, you got it done. You got a win. And first win doing it as well. That's one for one.
Yeah, it was pretty immersive. Like when I was playing, I just forgot there was a crowd.
See, that's exactly what it's about. You just get lost in it. I love it. Now, of course, it's a brand new device, and it was your own device as well that you were able to do that too. What did it feel like playing on mobile?
I like a lot. It's my first time playing in mobile, and now I want to play more. I was saying that one game was not enough. I want to play more now.
There we go, left wanting more, and that's exactly what we like to hear. Now I'm going to come over here as well, because obviously there's strategy that goes into a win, and it can be difficult to do so, but what was your team's idea heading into that matchup? How did you seal the deal?
I don't know, our two guys here, they were really comfortable. They've been winning, so they just we added the vibe to win pretty much. And we had really good comms too, so that helped out a lot.
Love that. Comms are very important. And like you said, your two teammates have been doing pretty well with Tribe. Have you got any final words for them going into that grand final?
I mean, this is like their warm-up, I guess, so hopefully they can easy 3-0 next game. Hopefully, yeah, so.
They're confident. I love that. Easy 3-0. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Tribe Wildcards. Put your hands together, please, for our wonderful team here. You guys also have won yourself a JBL Quantum headset sponsored by Harman, which you guys can also pick up from our prize team as well. So thank you guys so much for participating. Good luck to you guys at the end. And it's back to our casters.
Thank you, Lottie. That is an awesome matchup. I was so happy with that one. It's nice to have something a little bit more casual before our final course of what has been a beautiful dinner today. Those players who have been playing all day, just competing in Ferg's surprise matchup and are now heading into the grand final, will need to keep up their stamina if they're going to win it all ton. Really excited for this final matchup.
Really, really excited. But we are ready to head into the grand final once the players have changed over. But let's have a little discussion. You guys have been kind of coming at me for the prediction of Luminosity here, but I mean, we did actually have an opportunity for the fans inside of the venue. Now, this is now upside down, but we have managed to get the right way up. Now, we're trying to keep things a little bit secretive here, but there was one team that walked away with the most votes from everybody here inside the Hibernia. Which one do you think it is? Without looking.
I think it was Team Tribe before you show everybody. I think surely everybody went with the correct answer and went with Team Tribe.
Well, sadly for you, people joined the smart side of the desk here.
The smart side. As you can see, it's messy compared to Tribe. Just like Luminosity's gameplay throughout the entire tournament today, Tribe has been more concise and their chemistry has been on point.
I do feel like it's a hilarious disparity between the two strategies, by the way. For the Luminosity fans, just stick one forever.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed that Bobby only got 2 votes for Tribe.
Well, I'm not disappointed. I'm not also surprised, I'll be honest.
That's also
Bobby for you.
Yeah. But, I mean, look, the crowd kind of feel that the Luminosity side have got a chance in this grand final. We've seen in the control they were able to bring something back. We've seen something from them in these objectives modes. Maybe there is still some hope.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just kind of hoping that all the players are really getting used to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Like I said before, I seen Raph and Cartels grinding in the hotel lobby that I'm staying at last night with the S24 Ultra, and now they've been able to use the brand new device. I'm going to say that whoever acclimates themselves to that device first will be the winners here, and I think it's going to be Team Tribe.
Ooh, putting it out there right now, huh? I mean, look, it feels like they've certainly acclimated to it already because they've been playing phenomenally all day long, and right now that's led Team Tribe to a 2-1 advantage, or a 3-0 advantage, excuse me, in the overall game modes. That gives them a 1-0 advantage going into our grand final. It's been a phenomenal day. We've seen Team Deathmatch, we've seen Hardpoint, and we've seen Chaos Control, and now we get to see a fan favorite. It's a classic to cap off the Play Galaxy Cup. It is Search and Destroy. Before we get into it, folks, what are you guys saying about this matchup? I know you've said Team Tribe, you feel like you're going to take it away. So I'll go to Tun first here.
Okay.
Because obviously Tun is terrible at predictions. So we want to get the comedic effect in before we go to the actual guy who knows what he's talking about.
Okay, well, if we're coming for the comedic effect, I am very much here because it's not happening over on that side of the desk. Either way, I'm going to go with Luminosity. I'm going to go with the crowd here in the arena as well. I want to see them get the job done. We've seen some more from the control. I want to see them do it in the final.
All right, go on then. Go for Tribe.
Oh, come on. You're going to ask me even though you said you weren't going to?
Easy though, isn't it?
Of course it's going to be Team Tribe. We've seen the scores up there just a moment ago, and it was a Tribe banner through all 3 separate modes. So I'm going to stick with my boys over at Tribe, Brody.
You know, I do feel like it would be silly to go for Luminosity at this stage. Tribe been playing out. Look, I like to play devil's advocate.
So
I like to give the lower team
the majority
a
of our
side.
fans silly in the arena, Brody. That's what you're
Sure.
doing.
Yeah, we'll go with it. I'm British. I like to play the villain. It's perfectly fine. If you are just joining us for the show, guys, welcome. And if you are inspired to play some Call of Duty Mobile after all this action, you can scan the QR code on our screen right now. Download the game from our partners at Activision. I've always said Call of Duty Mobile is awesome. Trust me, you guys won't regret it.
Well, for this final round, though, we will be seeing teams compete, of course, on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra in Search and Destroy in a best-of-5 series. But, of course, as we have mentioned throughout, with Team Tribe winning the majority of the rounds that we have already played, they will find themselves with an advantage. They only need to win 2 out of the 4 maps that we're going to be playing. We need to see 3, of course, from the side of Luminosity. But I mean, look, they've got that advantage, Brody, but it depends how S&D is going to go. But look at the map set we have as well. We're kicking things off with Crossfire. Oh, take me back.
Mate, this is actually when you were in your 20s, wasn't it? Crossfire in the game. That's
No, I was still in school. I was still in school. Give me a break.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it was like late school or something. Crossfire, though, yeah, I mean, it is a classic Call of Duty map. It's one of the most iconic Call of Duty maps of all time. I think it's kind of waned in popularity over the years, but it's only owing to the fact that there's been some phenomenal maps made in that time. Crossfire is one of the OG maps from the original Modern Warfare, and it's a phenomenal map for Search and Destroy. It's actually going to be my first time ever casting a Crossfire Search and Destroy.
Yeah, well, you know, some of us, we've been about long enough to get a couple of casts in on Crossfire. Not many.
Well, would you have casted? Because it's only ever been in Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare
I've definitely
Remastered.
done some throwback tournaments where I've cast over. But yeah, not many, put it that way. I was still playing back then. I was in my element. I was in my prime. Ferg keeps talking about his prime. I'm not sure when that was.
Ain't no way. Okay. Well, anyway, getting roasted here on the main stage as usual. But I'm not going to do the roasting. I'm going to give some praise to Bobby here because since we're going on to Crossfire, I'm hoping to finally see some snipes from the GOAT himself, Brody.
You can hope, you can dream. It's probably not going to happen. Bobby has been playing pretty well, though, so we do have to give him some kind of props. I do want to see some crazy snipes, though. You know, we've had a lot of conversations. We'll go into, like, deep meta here for a moment for Call of Duty Mobile fans out there. How powerful the Tundra is as, like, the sniper rifle, the meta sniper rifle over the last couple of years. It is an insane weapon. So I think if Bobby does whip it out, if any of the players, really, on Team Tribe whip it out, please do, guys. You have a 1-0 advantage. It would be fun to see. I think we're going to have a lot of fun in this grand final. That's a lot of if, though. It's a lot of buts.
A lot of ifs, a lot of buts. But let's see how it goes down. Look, Search and Destroy, we've kind of alluded to it. It's a very, very different game mode to what we've seen so far. It's all about the respawns, the run and gun, fast-paced. Search and Destroy is a little bit different, though, Ferg.
It's way more methodical. It is. Slowed paced. They're going to be looking for good angles. Probably, hopefully, using a lot of smokes to stop the Bobby play snipes coming through. Brody?
Yep, well, I believe the game is about ready to get underway, folks. It is time for our grand final. All of the action that you've seen today has led to this very moment. 4 maps of play, a 1-0 advantage for Team Tribe, and we kick off the action in Search and Destroy on an iconic Call of Duty map. It's Crossfire, Search and Destroy.
I mean, immediately you do have to think about crossing that road. Crossfire for a reason. Those snipers are going to be super influential. You have to think about if you want to push over towards the bus side, push towards that side. That's where you have to be careful. Crossing the road, look both ways, but look very, very quickly. You have to be careful with these snipers. Cartels were on board with him from Luminosity. They're the ones at this disadvantage. They need to find 3. Tribe will need to find 2 maps.
Absolutely, ton. And it seems like Raph has got the KRM in hand using the legendary skin for it. There's 3 players right in front of him. He needs to make something happen here, Brody.
He's certainly trying to. Currently under assault, under siege is Raph, trying to get away at all. Vague takes him down. Raph, you can try to escape, but no dice, buddy. Vague goes down from the snipe from Cartels. We wanted to see the snipe. Here it is.
Had the angle on him.
The snipe comes down from Cartels, but I'm more so concerned about the fact that Veg's pulled out a heartbeat sensor and a trip mine on this map. Like, Veg, I know you're retired, but come on.
Listen, there's no holds barred here in the grand final, folks. Everything is on the table, apparently, including a heartbeat sensor. And, of course, as we have to mention, the Tundra as well. Hit markers coming through from Aerith will not result in a frag just yet, but Cartels is having much better luck, Tom.
Much better luck, but there was one player who actually managed to find a way through. For that attacking team, immediately cut down, no, but Aerith will find one. And it's now all of a sudden Cartels. Left on his own.
Bobby there too, Ton. He's got the sniper on.
Yeah, 1 versus 2 against Bobby and Aerith. Cartel's just playing this one smart. He has the ability to be able to do this. He's seen the player. Planting over towards the B side. They don't have much time to do it. They will get the bomb down though. 45 seconds. He's going to find the kills and defuse.
Do they know where Cartels has gone though? I don't think they do. That shot might alert them, and I think it has. You can see the players on the new map have changed their positioning. Bobby keeping an eye on the flank, but Call of Duty timing is an ever-present danger for these players. And Cartels is keeping an eye on every single twist and turn for these players. Now, surely going to come across Bobby. Yes, he has. Spotted him out. Bobby gets hit marked. Has to go for the reach out here. Cartels does not have the time. And Bobby survives a very close brush with death.
They talk about him, chat. They talk about the Bobby play snipes back in 2019, and he's bringing it into 2025. Speaking of 25, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is launching this year, and it is looking outstanding, Ton.
What a professional you are. What a professional. The game looking so good with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra here. Minimizing the CPU and GPU load, and well, we're minimizing Vague's ability to do anything in this round. He's being dealt with, but Aerith answers back. Now a 4 versus 4. Just remind you guys at home, the attacking team will take 3 rounds to have their turn at attacking, see how many rounds they can get under their belts. They will then move over towards the defensive side. It is currently Team Tribe on the attack and with 1 round underneath their belts. Bobby.
Snipers. Paramount Bobby taking shot after shot. No cigar. Any of them resulting in a frag. So slowly but surely here, Luminosity, they are keeping a lot of control over A. That's not where the action is going though. That bomb now partner with B. Man advantage here for Tribe, and it continues to fall in that favor.
It's a really tough spot now for Natalka.
Is that a gas grenade, Brody?
I honestly,
I think it hit Brody IRL there for a second.
You were coughing.
Dude, I cannot believe what we're seeing right now. So many bits of utility coming out, and that gas grenade will force Natalka out of a favorable position. Another round on the board here for Tribe. Dude, we are really seeing everything in this grand final.
All the utilities coming through on the side of Tribe. We've seen trip mines, we've seen snipers, we've seen heartbeat sensors, and now we're seeing gas grenades. It seems to lock onto the throat of my caster over to the right-hand side, being Brody.
Oh, Brody. That was an interesting one. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Raph now trying to stay alive and doing so well with it as well. Forcing players away, but does eventually get taken down. Vincup with a really big kill to find it onto Raph.
Alrighty, early advantage here.
It's got another.
Tribe, Vincup doing a stellar job, as you said. Yeah, does find a second frag against Teep, but Cartels will finally punish him. Is it too little too late, though? The damage has been done in this round. Luminosity down to the final couple of players. At least one of them that's left alive is Cartel, but that bomb, that rock is planted once again, and now Cartel has lost his teammate and gets tagged up as well. Cartel, surely not long for this world, will at least find one before going down.
Vague staying alive, though. Has Bobby alongside.
Bobby and Vague, of course he does. Of course Vague has the heartbeat sensor out, watching exactly where Cartel's in. It's basically like an ultimate UAV, but he gets taken down from the side using the machine pistol. Now in a 1v1 situation, can Bobby hit his snipes? No, he can't. Shots going down from both different players. Bobby's still missing shots. He's not able to land it. Cartels might turn on him. He does! And that's going to be all she wrote. Cartels is going to be able to take that round number 3, Brody.
Oh my goodness me. Cartels, you got to be getting loud after that one, buddy. That is an insane clutch up. It really does feel like, for all Vegas bringing out dirty strategies, the heartbeat sensor in the play, Cartels is making the world just all that cleaner. What is that, a 1 versus 4? Something crazy like that?
It was a 1 versus 3, I believe, but yeah, Vague, I mean, maybe forced back to retirement after that one. Still had the heartbeat sensor, and Cartels guns him. Oh, that has got to hurt. And now that's going to give some confidence over to now the attacking team in Team Luminosity. That bomb goes down very, very quickly. Teep gets it down and does lose a teammate.
World champion from 2014. I know you were back in the scene then, but it looks like the slays are coming in from both Vincup and Vague. Along with Play Hard going on the board as well. And that's going to be all she wrote for round number 4, Brody. A very good break of that Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I'm loving watching Tribe right now. It feels like everything that we've seen so far from today's tournament has transferred perfectly into Search and Destroy. The way in which they're playing as a team, able to swarm onto the bomb site for the retake with perfection. And right now, of course, a reminder, folks, that here for the Play Galaxy Cup, Search and Destroy rules are a little bit different. So it's first to 4 as opposed to first to 7. So if Tribe win this next round, they now go 2-0 up in our grand final.
Yeah, with that map advantage, because they played so well in the previous modes, they are looking to get 2-0 lead here. Play Hard's camping just down below Raph. There's another player there, but he's going to get third party from behind. TP's all going to fall, and it looks like Tribe are in a glorious position here as Vincup picks up another onto Duncan, Brody.
That's the game. That is map number 1 in the grand finals going towards Tribe. They now find themselves 2-0 up with that advantage. They find the first map, and things are looking so good over towards the other side. Tribe cruising in this grand final.
And again, it's the exact same situation as the Chaos Control. We look back to the map that Luminosity were able to steal away, and I do mean steal with conviction, because it was Cartels clutching up. We talk about that Search and Destroy. It is all Tribe, but for one blemish A 1 versus 3 from Cartels. One phenomenal moment amongst a series of fumbles because Tribe were in complete control for basically that entire search and destroy.
Really convincing. Sensational work from Tribe. And again, I mean, this could have been 4-0. I think Vig and Bobby fumbling that 1 versus 3 a little bit there, Ferg, and that may well just be a small stain on what has been looking very, very good. But now Team Tribe onto match point, commanding position. Luminosity would need 3 maps in a row to win it.
Absolutely, they do. Unfortunately, Bobby wasn't able to hit any of those snipes, but as we bring the scoreboard up, Cartels had a pretty good performance. He was also top frag for his team, along with Vincoop, the player that's not even a professional, went 6-2 for Team Tribe, Brody.
I'm telling you, dude, I think we got to give Vincoop a lot more love here because it's so easy to focus on the rest of the roster, right? You know, again, the names that Call of Duty Mobile fans know and love in Vague, Aerith, and Bobby plays. But Playhard and Vincoop have both been doing their part for the roster. Vincoop especially, I think really maybe the surprise matchup might have given him a lot of gas in the tank because he has certainly stepped things up a notch going into this grand final. Right now then, 2-0 up in this grand final. Again, a reminder that they have that 1-0 advantage from the previous 3 rounds of play. So just one more map of Call of Duty Mobile and Team Tribe will be our Samsung Galaxy Play Cup champions.
And what a potential final map it is. We're going over to Standoff. I mean, you went to Crossfire to Standoff. I mean, give me 2 of the best maps ever made. And what a pleasure it has been to see them on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra as well. These teams have made this, I mean, they've put it through its paces. We've had some really hectic games. Hasn't faltered one little bit.
Yeah, absolutely not. And I want to ask you guys a question.
Oh no.
There's 2 maps that are commonly referred to as the best in Call of Duty Mobile. Are we going with Raid or Standoff for the best esports on mobile map?
I know what side of the coin you're on.
We've had this conversation a lot, actually.
I'm a Raid guy. I'm a Raid guy.
Yeah, okay. I love Raid quite a lot. Raid is very obviously objectively one of the best maps of all time, but I controversially love a bit of Standoff. Who doesn't remember the Optic Van moment from 2013? It is a phenomenal map, and I think it plays very, very well. Does it play well in Search and Destroy? Oh, heck yeah, it does, and it's going to be a great battleground for what could be the final map of the Play Galaxy Cup, folks. Tribe 2-0 up. One more map, and they will be our champions. Let's see if they can close things out here.
Oh, can Luminosity give me and, well, the crowd inside the Hibernia a little bit more hope here? See if they can try and find something. It's the defensive side for Tribe to kick things off. The first kill's actually going to go over towards the side of Team Luminosity. A big exchange over towards A. Momentarily, though, and it's a 3 versus 3.
It's looking like they're trying to take the site straight off the bat here, and they might have almost secured it, but no! Vega has a trip mine. Trip mines, heartbeat sensors, gas grenades. Tribe are bringing out everything they can to make sure they secure the win for the Play Galaxy Cup, Brody.
If it's in the game, Tribe will use it. They do not care at this stage of the competition, but Natalka pushing forward will actually punish Error from the escape route. So now Luminosity in for a chance with this round victory. All they got to do is get that bomb planted on one of the sides, but Natalka grabs that bomb, runs it straight into the open welcoming arms of Vincoop, and now it's up to Cartels. He's done this before, Ton. Clutched up. Can he do it again?
Might be easier for them this time as well, because it's a 1v2, not a 1v3 that we've seen in Crossfire just moments ago. But there is a player right behind him, and Veg's gonna tech him. Tamping with that heartbeat sensor is definitely coming in handy for him, Ton.
Now Vega really using everything he can, finds 3 in the round on the defensive side. So a sensational start for the side of Team Tribe. Luminosity trying to bring this one back. Need to maybe find something. They had an opportunity there, though Brody could not take it.
Yeah, Luminosity, bit of a fumble there in the first round of Standoff Search and Destroy. Vague, mate, please stop. Please stop with this. I feel dirty looking at it, buddy. Doesn't matter, though, how you get it done again. Everything is to play for here. Good start coming out from Cartels. Pick up the first frag. Traded out by Bobby Plays here. So 4 versus 4 we go. And that doesn't exactly help Luminosity in pushing forward, but taking out Bobby from bottom brown might well do so.
Absolutely, and like you said, everything to play for here. Every single player on the roster that wins today will be getting a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, Ton.
2 versus 2. It's a big prize on the line. And this feels like a crucial round for Team Luminosity. Cartels and Raf taking on Playhard and Aerith. This would be a massive one if they can find it for both teams. Cartel's positioned here now in a really nice spot. Aerith may well get caught out here. Has to be careful. Shots in from Cartels are found. It's now a 1 versus 2 needed from Playhard.
The founder of the Brazilian esports organization, Lloyd, can he do something here, Brody, as he's going on to the A site? He is on defense, and it looks like Tribe are weaseling their way over to the B-bomb. They get it done. I'm sure the comms are cooking right now in Discord, but that is not going to be enough from Playhard. He's going to drop, and they're able to take a round off of Tribe, Brody.
Turns out, still got ice, luminosity in the veins, continuing forward here. It's been a very long day for everybody, but thanks to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, upgraded heat management and battery life, you can enjoy gaming without disruption for as long as you like. And these guys have been doing exactly that all day long here on Call of Duty Mobile. But round on the board here for Luminosity, they want to extend this series further. And already starting to feel a little bit more comfortable here. Players in the middle of the map, they are ready for the storm that is Tribe.
Absolutely. Tribe have been doing phenomenal today, and I hope they continue, as they were my pick going into this tournament. The shots are going to go down here. Oh, not going to land enough there, Natalka. Hit a little bit more than those. Neither team on a site fully yet, as it seems like AO Raf is camping over by one of the bomb sites, being alongside his teammate. Cartel's holding the back angle of his spawn point now.
As long as Luminosity have Cartels and Raf available and alive and kicking, they have a chance. Playhard, though, is going to find Raf, and all of a sudden Cartels left in a 1 versus 4 now. A little bit more of a taller order. But a player of his caliber, Brody, there's potential here.
Again, I've got to say it, how many times has Cartels clutched up for Luminosity today? Could not pull off, I believe, what was a 1 versus 2 earlier on. The 1 versus 4, inarguably more difficult, but he's starting to pick off Team Tribe.
Oh,
no, he's learned, he's ripped a page right out of the playbook of Vague. Spots out a player around the other side of Brown. Now going to run all the way towards A. 10 seconds left here. Has to make a decision. Bobby's watching it with the snipes. And that's what we wanted to see if you're a Tribe fan. It's Bobby with the Tundra.
3 kills for Bobby in that round. Massively influential for Team Tribe, who now head over towards the attacking side with a 2-1 lead. They're only 2 rounds away from winning the Play Galaxy Cup.
Absolutely. The S&D today is up to 4 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. And since it has switched halves, it'll be interesting to see if the defenders can beat the attackers.
2 kills already flowing through. Side of Tribe, put them in a really good position. Cartels, though, finds 2 with the pistol. Will get traded out, but 1 more comes in from Raf. There's Aerith to find another. And Raf is left now in a 1 versus 2 and not really in a position to do too much about this either. Tribe are going to have the opportunity to get this one down. He will find another, though. So it's going to be Vincup taking on Raf, and this is a huge moment. Raf now looking for the shot and the sniper over the top, and Raf will find it.
Oh, a little bit of BM shooting the Molotov out of the sky there from Raf, Brody.
That was phenomenal play from Raf, and I was a little bit concerned, you know, again for Tribe in that moment, because they didn't actually know where Raf was. Raf makes his position well known by finding that penultimate frag, and then the 1 versus 1 versus Vincube. He had the better weapon for the situation, and of course it's even better, that Tundra in the hands of Raf. So 2-2 now. Things still all to play for here. This is the competitive Call of Duty Mobile that we've wanted to see all day long. Opening snipes, though, very important. If Cartels can find a frag here at the start of this round, Luminosity will be in for a good chance, but he has so many different areas to check. Shot through the wall will not connect on towards Playhard.
Unfortunate, it was so close. If he had aimed it a little bit higher, it would have landed, but it looks like Veg is right in front of Cartels here. Will he be able to take him down? Cartels gets him. Rotating around that back alley, going towards gas station, making sure to keep his Tundra in hand. The machine pistol, arguably the best secondary in the entire game of COD Mobile so far. Ton?
I wouldn't disagree. Cartel's feeling like the most powerful weapon himself, though, and Raf is round from behind, and this is now looking dangerous. We said Search and Destroy could potentially be different. Vincub's left alone now in a 1 versus 4, made it a 1 versus 3. Speaking of 3, that's 3 rounds now for the side of Luminosity. They're 1 away from taking the second map here in the Grand Finals.
It really does feel like so much of what we see from Cartels and Raf is almost rehearsed in a way, right? They time it to perfection. That little pinch there in the middle of the map is basically the entire reason why Luminosity are able to take that round away. As you said, Ton, Now on map point. I'm already starting to see an aggression coming out here from Team Tribe. Vague having none of their nonsense. Doesn't check the corner though, but also hasn't been punished for it. Finally, Team will find the frag. That's a big punish coming through, but the follow-ups from Team Tribe are even better.
Ruff's still alive. Has to be able to find something. Duncan has been taken down. This would need a 1 versus 4 from Ruff to find the win on the map. It's looking more and more likely that Tribe are going to even things up here in the search and destroy 3-3. It's first to 4. The bomb goes down. And if you're Ruff, you need to find that 1 versus 4 and a defuse.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if this is going to be possible here, Ton, because he does have the KRM, but there is a player in towards the corner. I think it was Aerith. We've seen her use a sniper a lot today. Raph going for a close range angle instead with that KRM. Get shot from behind, but the shots do not land just yet. And to be honest, not enough time on the clock here, Ton, to make something happen. I'm wondering what Raph is going to do here. Oh. And he falls. Still in it. This is match point. No matter what happens here, ladies and gentlemen, it is over for this game of standoff search and destroy.
Yeah, and that's sometimes the drawback to using the KRM in these power positions, right? You're in a 1 versus 5. It's great for those moments where in your close range gun battles, but 1 versus 5, it's not the best weapon to have. But it is all to play for, as you said. No overtime here, folks. It is do or die in this round 7, Tom.
And they've got aggressive. Raph moving forward. First blood's going to be absolutely huge for both these two teams. The aggression coming out. It's going to be Bobby players to find it the one to Duncan. Raph staying alive yet. Looking to try and get this bomb down, and they do so. Tribe are going to have to retake if they want to win it yet.
40 seconds on the clock. Aggression.
Big players.
Finds 1 kills. More kills coming through from Luminosity. All of a sudden now a 2 versus 3 time, but Aerith trades things back out. Still trades going down. Now Aerith left up 1 versus 2.
Up against Cartels and Raph, this is going to be super difficult with the bomb to defuse as well. Aerith looking for the shots, can't find the first kill. And here comes the backup, but Aerith now for the 1 versus 2. Can she find it on the Cartels? They cannot find it. And Luminosity will get themselves a map.
I mean, what a performance from Cartels. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Cartels had more kills as a solo than the top 2 players of Tribe combined. I think he had 16 total, Brody. Could have been a little bit more, though.
Well, we'll see in just a second here when we see our scoreboard in a moment. But just take a breath for a minute, folks, because I honestly thought for a second there, Aerith was in a flow state. I thought it was going to be done and dusted. And the denial comes through from Cartels, and it had to have. I think, that entire game really was a serious show and a half from Cartels and from Raph at moments as well. But man, Luminosity, they live to see another search and destroy. Here's a look back at what was our most eventful game of Call of Duty Mobile yet. Just so back and forth, Ton, throughout the entirety of it.
It was a fantastic game of search and destroy. It really was coming down, though, to Cartels and Raph. They always seem to be the last 2 alive. And if they were alive, you give Luminosity a chance, and they took those chances as well. It did take it all the way around to around number 7 to try and take that one away. They find it though, the 2 versus 1 up against Aerith. After this kill, honestly, there was such a good chance to find it. She flies around the corner with 20 seconds to go, and it's just such a hard gunfight. Found the first bullet as well, but in the end, the difference maker is the 16 kills from Cartels here in this Grand Finals, and making a Grand Finals of it as well, Brody.
Yeah, he's putting up a very strong argument right now for the MVP at the end of the day. Cartels has been playing out of his mind all day long. There is a reason why he's considered one of the best players, if not the best player, in North American Call of Duty Mobile. And he's playing out of his mind right now. Also, shout out to Raph as well. I mean, Raph shows up time and time again when he needs to. He's putting up the numbers that's giving Luminosity the victory. So those players, unsurprisingly, the ones that are giving Luminosity the dub, it keeps them alive in the Grand Finals. Now, just 2-1 down. Todd, I'm going to put a scenario in your head here for a moment. Now, I don't want to put this out in the stratosphere and completely blow it up, but there is a world in which we see the ultimate reverse sweep pulled off here. 2-0 down in the Grand Finals. All they've got to do, prospectively, is win a couple more Search and Destroys.
And it's very doable. Look, we said when it comes down to it, Search and Destroy is a very different game mode, Ferg, and this is why I was saying Luminosity, they've got deep on stage. This man was the brains behind the operation of a world championship winning team. This guy knows exactly what he needs to be done in Search and Destroy. He'd be making the call-outs if necessary.
You know what, Ton? You might be onto something. And especially since they're using that Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, anything is possible in this competition. And although I don't want to see it, Luminosity could still make a very crazy comeback, Brody.
Yeah, they absolutely can. I love just the prospect of a potential massive comeback here from Luminosity. And again, there's been moments, glimpses of hope and comebacks from them. That was just one of them. Of course, we saw one earlier on today in the Play Galaxy Cup. That was during Chaos Control, in which Luminosity showed up to play. There is still hope yet for a competitive remainder of the series. But just like I said, going into the last map, folks, this could be the last game of Call of Duty Mobile that we see today, and we're going to Tunisia to decide it. Let's see if Team Tribe can get it done here, Ton.
Oh, one of the exclusive Call of Duty Mobile maps. I mean, this is an absolute cracker, isn't it? It's a sensational map. You love to see it every single time. For Search and Destroy, works so well. Attacking team this time around, it's going to be Team Tribe, Luminosity on the defensive side.
Absolutely, Ton. An interesting note here, Tunisia has a lot of wallbang spots. You can shoot people through different angles, and if you want to get certain cuts, all you need to do is shoot through with the Tundra. But a kill coming through there for Aerith, Brody.
Yeah, that was massive. Now he's starting to open up the middle of the map here. Opportunities for Tribe to get in behind enemy lines. Luminosity have to be careful about the amount of openings that are being presented to Team Tribe, because once you get onto the site, it's very difficult to retake. Tribe are doing exactly that, kills in their favor. All down to just one player. It's the former Call of Duty World Champion, and Aerith decides to give him a punch to the face to close out the round.
And it was Aerith to find that first kill, finds it onto Cartels. Ooh. Can't get 16 kills in the map if you're dead.
Yeah, if Cartel goes down, it's all she wrote for Luminosity, Brody. They need him to stay up for as long as possible. I would actually make the argument that they should make the other players go in first, and he should be the refragger instead of being the entry fragger.
Well, it is worth saying, I think for the most part, they have done exactly that, right?
Yeah.
Cartels has pretty much always been the last one left alive in any given situation, so Raf is more likely to be the entry player, if anybody, on Team Luminosity, just given how used to it, those situations he is. Natalka tries to play that role and is immediately punished for it, so man advantage already here for Team Tribe. There's those wallbang shots from Junkin that do not go all that well. I will say, though, despite having the man disadvantage here, Team Luminosity don't have that much to worry about in terms of site control until that frag happens, Tom.
Yeah, team gets taken down. But for Luminosity, as mentioned, the important thing, Cartels and Raf are still alive. You've got Duncan alongside of them as well, but the problem is they are pinned in over towards this A side. If you look in the bottom left corner of your screen, and now on your screen, Vinkup getting this bomb down over towards the B side. It's a 5 versus 3 in favor of Tribe.
Absolutely, it's a good day to be a Tribe fan here, ladies and gentlemen, but Cartels could go through and look directly at him. Oh my, did not expect Vig to get taken down there, Brody.
Yeah, now the situation has flipped in favor of Luminosity here. 3 versus 3. Defending the site, still looking for a way back in. Vikup taking Junkin down, though, is going to make things more difficult, but they've got past step 1. They've got themselves in towards the site.
15.
Time slowly ticking down, though, as you said, Ton. 15 seconds left. That's not a lot of time to get that defused through. Cartels for the slide chow. It's simultaneous chows coming through. Now the 1 versus 1. Play hard on one side. You've got Raf on the other, and Play hard is playing his life to perfection. It doesn't matter whether that frag comes through or not. It's the fact that Play hard plays his life there that gets the dub.
The Brazilian worth $1 million himself, Play hard coming in clutch to secure them the second round, Ton.
Sensational work from Play hard. Cartels and Raf Nelly make it happen again. But that's a 2-0 lead on the attacking side as well for Team Tribe. On Tunisia, that's worth its weight in gold. Raf will have to back on down. A lot of aggression coming out over towards this B side. From Team Tribe now.
He spotted Veg there, Brody. He's not going to go for the push. It looks like Veg is actually going to go on top of the ladder, taking down that trip mine. He knows it's there. He's got the engineer perk on, ready to go.
Yeah, once again, you know the points of entry here. You don't need to get over-aggressive. Bobby's actually going to. That's a pretty egregious play, considering you know that Raf's on the other side is going to have the KRM, but Raf able to entry through. Does he find any value? Yes, he does! Veg gets turned on! And Raf's still not done yet. Bobby cannot find these frags. Let a play slip by him to all right now. More kills coming through from Luminosity. Numbers in their favor. Vinkup and Aerith pushed back with time. Once again a factor. 15 seconds left. Luminosity forced to move forward. Aerith finding 2 kills but cannot find the last. Raf will make it happen here. The clutch up is good. They couldn't get the retake done before. They do this time.
Oh my goodness me. Aerith started popping off, but then you see it from Raf, who finds 4 in the round. Sensational work from him. Him and Cartels towards the backside. For me, Vig let it slip just a little bit there. He should have found the kill on the Raf, who spins and finds the shotgun straight down his forehead, and there you go. Defensive side now for the side of Team Tribe. Luminosity onto the attack.
It looks like more frags are coming in the way of Raph this time around instead of Cartels, Brody. Would that be to do with the fact that a lot of these gunfights are closer range?
I think if anything, to be honest with you, I think part of it is because of the fact that Cartels isn't being given these opportunities to get the frags right. They're not walking into the lines of sight, and I think part of that is because of the fact that the members of Tribe that are more experienced are probably saying, don't give Cartels free kills. But yeah, Raph is also getting super aggressive. And now we're seeing one of those lines of sight being abused by Bobby Plays, keeping an eye over the B site, going to take Teep out on the entry, but Cartels predicts where Bobby's going to be. It's a pretty common spot, and he will get a frag for it.
Vig, though, he's found himself behind. It's a big flank play coming through from Vig, can only find one. Gets taken down by Raph. Now a 3 versus 3, but Cartels is being dealt with. Now bomb yet to go down here. For this attacking team, looking as if they are going to rotate off. Good defense coming through from Team Tribe.
Absolutely, a little bit more of methodical play coming through here. It's been a lot of run and guns so far in all of these game modes, but Search and Destroy has a little bit more leniency to IQ, Brody.
Yeah, there's certainly a mind game, I think it's fair to say, Fred. I think Luminosity kind of fell foul to that momentarily there. 15 seconds left, they had to waste time keeping an eye on their flank once Vig came through, but now not a lot of time to make this happen. 10 seconds on the board here, rotation has been made towards the site, and they will actually get the killer one towards Aerith. Now Vincoop needs to get back towards the site. You can shoot through it. Does he find a frag? Ends up taking down his teammate. And there's the kill from Vincoop. The first round on the board. Just one more round, and they will take it all.
Wow, not even a pro player, and he's able to do things like that, Ton?
Vincoop has been absolutely insane for Team Tribe here in this Search and Destroy over the entirety of the day. And now into the defensive side for them. Again, they are one round away from taking the Play Galaxy Cup.
It all comes down to these final moments, ladies and gentlemen.
Bobby finds the first kill.
It's a solid start. One player down. 4 more to go. And you will be crowned champions.
Look at this aggression from Vig as well. The flank last time around worked really, really well.
We've seen him do it before. Can he do it again? Get a bunch of kills in a round that could win them a game, Brody.
The Tribe's still looking for it. Vig's still in that power position, and it's worth noting as well that Tribe still have all of their players on the B site, all the pawns in position. And it feels like at any moment, any of them can pop off. Vig now making that wrap behind. He's actually not going to find all of the value, though. He will find the information, and perhaps the kill on Cartels. This is super valuable. You take down Cartels here. This is a massive super weapon that Luminosity have in their back pocket, and there it is. That's going to be the go call to make their move on towards B.
5 versus 3 now for Team Tribe in their favor. 25 seconds left to go, though. If you're Team Luminosity, Jungan's going to find the kill on the Vincoop, who has really been a massive MVP for the side of Team Tribe, but they're starting to find the kills. Aerith will find one, she'll find another, looking for the final kill to secure it. It's going to be Teep left on his own. He will fall. We have our winners. Team Tribe will take the Play Galaxy Cup, the greatest rivalry with Call of Duty Mobile. They are our grand final winners.
Phenomenal performance from Team Tribe and a well-deserved grand final victory for them. Played out of their minds all day long from the word go. Team Deathmatch, they managed to take it away convincingly. Hardpoint, convincing victory for them. And albeit they found some competition in Chaos Control, in Search and Destroy, they let Team Luminosity know Q is boss. And now we get a look back at what was a very special grand final here, Ferg.
It was an unbelievable grand final, Brody, and I've got to say it myself, I am more than happy with the result, ladies and gentlemen. Team Tribe stay on top for the North American region once again, Ton.
I mean, how good was that from Vincoop, though, to find that, to put them in their final round. And then we could see Vig the entire round looking to try and find that flank. Finds it and pretty much secures it. Teep left in a 1 versus 4. Did not happen, and worthy winners in Team Tribe. They get the job done. Brody, sensational performance.
And it has to be said as well, I mean, you look at the stats here at the end of the game, and it is a lot of, yeah, we've given a lot of love to Vig, we've given a lot of love to Aerith, and rightfully so, because they have, for the most part, been topping the scoreboards every single time. But this has been a team effort. We've got to give some love to Vincoop, we've got to give some love to Bobby Plays, and we have to give some love to Play Hard as well, because they all played their part in what was a event-winning performance. Team Tribe are your champions. Let's join them on stage to see what they've got with Lottie.
Thank you so much to our casters, and congratulations to all of you guys, Team Tribe. My goodness me, undefeated in every single series that you guys went into. Incredible, Aerith. Wow. First of all, what an amazing individual performance from you and the rest of your team. How does it feel to win that grand final?
Oh, it feels absolutely amazing. Everyone on our team did their job, and yeah, we just had better teamwork.
Better teamwork, that's for sure. We're hearing some destroy them. Talking about destroying, Vague, you certainly were doing a lot of that on all of the maps, basically. How did it feel competing, performing on this main stage with something so amazingly fun like this?
I'd say it's pretty light work. You know, I've definitely faced better players in like higher competition, so Rav and Cortales are pretty much nothing compared to them.
All right, all right. Well, I've got to say, you are right, though. You know, the opposition, they were phenomenal as well. I think they were definitely carrying a couple of their teammates, for sure. Cartels was popping off, and Raph, certainly, he knows what he can do. Bobby, I'm coming over to you, mate. I got to ask you, you know, you played with a bunch of these guys before. I'm sure you play online with them often as well. But when it comes to the rest of your team, how were you feeling about them at the beginning? And then obviously watching what they can do, to be honest, on mobile. It was incredible.
Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed because I've been playing this game for 5.5 years, and Vincope is already better than me. So I don't really know what to say. I didn't have to do anything.
Hey, Bobby, I'm not going to put you down like that, but you were great. You were great, but I got to say, Vincope, how did it feel to perform? Because you were very, very good, and I think it exceeded expectations. Was it fun?
It was awesome. I really had faith in both our pros because they had so good calls, and we just delivered on their calls. They were perfect.
They certainly were indeed, as were you guys. And we are very glad to have given you the stage to do just that, which is, of course, take that dub. And competing today on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, how did it feel to be on that bad boy of a device, especially it's brand new?
Yeah, I've been playing on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra for a couple of days. Just feels amazing, like the screen, all the power of the device is just crazy. It helped a little bit because we were new to the game, but yeah, the device is amazing.
I love to hear it, and it definitely did help with the win for sure because it was looking ever so crispy out there. Well, now you all performed very well today, but I am happy to announce that we do have an MVP of the tournament, and this person was actually selected based on many factors, including KDA, game MVP wins, and average participation across all of the games, and our MVP is Vague. Congratulations, Vague. An amazing effort for you individually with your team. And you actually win the additional prize, personally, a Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. Absolutely gorgeous. So you get to take that away with you. Congratulations on your MVP. Yeah, you're very welcome. Well, impressive efforts today, and you've each actually also won a Galaxy Watch Ultra and the grand prize, a Galaxy S25 Ultra as well, what you've been playing on all day long. Give it up, folks, for your champions, Team Tribe. All right, folks, you focused on the gameplay, you gave it your all, and you came out victorious in this rivalry. So please head to your trophy, because we're going to have something very special now. And please, audience, put your hands together nice and loud together for your 2025 Play Galaxy Cup champions. Team Tribe, lift that trophy. And why not? Because you're up there with that trophy. One more time, another big lift. Give it up one more time, folks. Your winners, Team Tribe, give it another lift. Congratulations, Team Tribe. Amazing stuff. Love to watch what you guys have been delivering all day long. Now, let's welcome back the rest of our crew to the stage. Ferg, Brody, and Ton. Let's hear it for your casters, please. I like the cheers. Come on, here we go.
Thank you, Lottie. What an incredible tournament we've had today, ladies and gentlemen. Watching these players compete on the stage has been such a thrill. Thank you, of course, to Brody and Ton being such great help with me on the desk. First ever experience. They guided me through the process. It was a phenomenal experience nonetheless. Lottie for keeping this whole thing together, being our host. To my community watching here live and at home. And of course, Samsung themselves for putting on this phenomenal tournament, Lottie.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Ferg. And as a reminder for everyone here in the studio with us today, make sure you do stick around because we have the winners of the Like-a-thon to announce right after the show. Yeah, that's right, plenty more surprises. And of course, we have one more prize announcement. We have selected 10 lucky winners that are in studio with us today who correctly predicted the winning team. If your badge number is on the screen right now, you've won yourself a JBL Quantum 1 headset, and you get your prize over here at our registration booth. There we go. They're getting very excited in here. Well, folks, this is just the start of 2025, so keep your eyes open for more Play Galaxy news from Samsung. And if you're here with us in the venue, sit tight. In the meantime, to all of you watching from home, thank you and good night.